Alright guys, and welcome back to Dope Check episode number 66. The World Championship is over, the World Cup is coming in a couple of weeks time, and what does that mean? We have had Rostermania over the last 7 days. Last week we ran a show talking about what happened at Champs, some roster changes to come. We've now had some confirmations over the last few days. 5 teams have made changes, and we're going to look at what those teams are, and whether their changes make them any better, or potentially even worse, and also what might happen in the near future as well in terms of doing a bit of a tier list going into the World Cup very shortly. Lots of other drama over the last few days as well. Gentlemen, it is good to be back with you all. Thanks to PrizePicks supporting the show as ever. If you guys want to get involved with the World Cup on the horizon, the World Cup started, by the way, not just in COD, but in the other games. It's already pretty much underway over the next day or so. Link in the description. Download the app. Use code BreakYourPoint. Claim $50 in your first $5 pick. Gentlemen, what is good? Don, you survived the chaos in the gym. We talked about it on the pre-show. You're feeling good? It's good to be back, gentlemen.
Feeling vibey. Good to be back. I missed Trey. Missed him for the pre-shows, you know. We got Trey back today. And yeah, I just want to have a good show and just vibe, man. I feel good. I feel really good today. I'm just chilling. How's that?
Trey, welcome back from Kitchener, your long adventure. I'm sure it was well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, Kitchener was great. You know, I stayed in Toronto for a few days beforehand, linked up with Aroma, if you guys know, he is a great guy. Stayed in Toronto for a few days, had a few drinks with my boy Gersh, got an Uber with Benjay from Toronto to Kitchener.
Damn, how was that?
On him. Oh, I didn't pay for it, so it's great.
What do you talk about?
I don't think he did either, to be honest with you. What did we talk about? I put my earphones in for the whole drive. Yeah, I'm not a talker, you know.
Yeah.
I love Benjay, but like, what the fuck are me and Benjay gonna talk about? You know, I don't play golf. I don't play NCA or whatever the college football thing is. You know, so I just I whacked in the headphones. Ben whacked in his headphones, and we just
locked in for the hour and a half.
Yeah. I locked in for an hour and a half. It was blessed. You know, everything was great. Got to the event. You know, fire event, I will say Toronto do put on a good show, but, you know, I feel everyone feels like if it was in Toronto, you know, it would have been a bit better, but what can you do, eh? It was there. Things happened. And, yeah, I had a great time. I got back. I'm a little bit sick. These fans need to wash their hands after doing whatever they do. And listen, this is a PSA to all the fans. Listen, I fuck with you all. You guys are great, for real. But listen, don't go around... You know, we ain't dapping, all right? We ain't dapping. And I feel bad when I turn them down, so I dap them up. But listen, I'm getting so sick from these events because I be dapping up you grimy-ass motherfuckers.
No, we got to get on them cold showers, Trey.
I don't feel, bro, I'm going to be honest, you got to stop feeling bad, bro. You got to stop
I know, but, like, it just feels awkward because they stood in front of me like,
I know.
I see it. What's good? And I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. But listen, you know, I got sick again.
Fist bump.
Yeah, I got sick again. It's either your fist bump or we ain't touching. I'll elbows. Yeah. You know, I'm down for an elbow. But you got to stop dapping me up because I don't know what you guys been doing. I know I'm clean. I know I'm clean. I showered in the morning.
Yeah.
I washed my armpits. You know what I'm saying? I'm clean.
The problem is every time you dap them up and you touch their hand, now you got to have a 3 to 4 minute episode of going to the bathroom and wash your hands. So it's like, think about that. That's why I'm like, you shouldn't feel bad because like you should think, damn, if I dap this full up, I got to waste 5 minutes of my time. And then while I'm walking to the bathroom, someone might try to stop me and dap me up again.
And I feel disgusting. And I feel like if I dap them up, because listen. These hands be clammy, bro. Like their hands be clammy, and I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck you been doing?
Yeah, David might have cooked with the hand sanitizer, bro. You just carry around that little.
No, listen, these guys got COVID 25. I'm telling you, bro. The way I was feeling on my flight, no hand sanitizer was messing that up.
Rock up in a hazmat.
Bro, it's hard for the hand. It's hard for the hand sanitizer because like we're men, like. I assume we're men, so like we just be putting stuff in our pocket. Like my pockets fit my phone and my wallet. We don't got the man purse. You gotta if you want hand sanitizer on deck, you gotta go merce. You gotta go man purse on them. And that's like, now you doing a lot.
Bring
Like,
a
I don't
jacket,
know.
bro.
Like to me though, a little Merce fucks up the fit though.
It fucking, that's what I'm saying. Fucking the fit.
Like a little Merce fucks up the fit. I got
Yeah, that's
room
what
for
I'm
my
saying.
phone.
You guys
I got
are
room for my
hilarious,
phone,
man.
my wallet.
Merce on him for the hand sanitizer. That's doing a lot.
And then what? Like, you know, if you got a girl, like, you know, she's gotta put it in her purse.
Yeah, in her purse. Yeah, right.
I mean, if we're calling it a Merce, then we got to call it a first. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's got to put it in the first. And then she's gone AWOL. She's MIA. I need it right now.
Exactly.
Yo, where you at? I'm with the girls. Oh shit! Like, I need the sand.
I need this.
Oh, shit, what? Like, and I'm sat there dripping in fucking clamminess from dapping up fucking some fan that's fucking just strolled out of bed and just said, "Oh fuck it, man! Oh fuck yeah, we go down to this event and get some autographs. Yeah, fuck it." I fuck with the fans. Just come on.
Kitchener fans got a lock into what I'm hearing. It's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Ritchie with the 5. How different do you think OpTic's last couple of years would have been if OpTic and Envy never merged? I mean, they'd never have had Shotzi. Maybe they would have done.
Yeah.
But they might not have done. So that's the first, like, it's almost impossible to call. What was their team even before? Fulmer was going to retire anyway. They would have kept Envoy.
They wouldn't have had Hugh either.
No, that's true. I mean, they could have maybe got him at some point, but Stroh was never letting them go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Envy and OpTic never merged, like Hugh would have an Envy logo tatted on his chest.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's get
It worked out for OpTic.
to the business. It definitely worked out for OpTic, and maybe in the long run, it's going to work out for Envy too, because Stroh's back. He's talking about getting back into COD, which is maybe not going to happen immediately. I know there were some people who were hoping it was going to happen for the World Cup, because the World Cup, the Omit Brooklyn team, so we're talking, what is it, Brack, Prolute, Standy, and Yuli? Is that the team of 4?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're going to be playing for P7 Esports rather than Omit, because they can't play for Omit. Some people thought maybe Envy would come in, but I don't think Envy would ever come in if they can't choose the team. If you know what I'm saying? So, kind of is what it is.
It also don't make sense for Envy to come in. Let's be real. Listen, on a publicity stunt fact, yeah, for sure. Come in, it looks cool. Envy back in for a tournament, but Stroh don't want to just hop in and just
and be
respectfully placed last, if that's what it because
that comes up on your breakingpoint.gg, all-time standings. And
LionMan's gonna make some cards with the Envy logo, and someone might get a Burger King. And Stroh don't need that. I don't think Stroh looked at
move as an orc.
Stroh didn't look at that and go, "Fucking hell, let me get in here, man. We'll look mint at EWC with our jerseys." Listen, he's gonna come back, but he's gonna come back on his time.
Yeah.
I just had a random thought. This is completely off topic. Because I seen Dylan Rex with the Burger King card, right? He was 58 overall, right?
He was a 55. Simp was the 58.
He was a 55?
He
Damn.
was a 55, yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like I was just saying Simp COD GOAT before the jam. But I personally feel like Simp, he should get a burger card as well. Because maybe he wasn't the lowest. I feel like LionMan should make a Simp burger card. Because even though he maybe wasn't the lowest, he might as well have been. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
58, 55.
Let's get this clipped up right now. I wanna.
Hey, listen, he's still my
numbers anyway.
Bad champs, of course.
Yeah.
Bad champs, of course. But listen, maybe we don't give him Burger King, because I think we can all agree Burger King is like lowest of the low of like fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
Interesting.
We can
He's a 55.
Right, done. You go, bro.
So listen.
Damn,
I feel like we should go in rankings. The 3 lowest, yeah. So like,
is he like a
Burger
Wendy's?
King? Ain't no one eating a Burger King.
Put him on Wendy's.
Listen. So this is what we do. We start off with a little Burger King, then we take him into like a Wendy's or something and then the best of the worst sits in like a Shake Shack.
In-N-Out's the best of the In-N-Out is 60 overall.
Yeah.
You need an In-N-Out.
And even between 50
Yeah,
and 60.
if you get 60,
like,
you're dressing. Yeah, if you get 60, you're dressing red and white, buddy. Like, yeah. Get those animal fries cooking.
We got Jack in the box.
Nah, they should. He should do more. I ain't gonna lie. Simp should get a card. This card should be like a special edition card.
I'm actually down for that.
Shit.
We gotta clip that up, send it to Lion. When he wakes up, I want him working on this right now.
Cause look,
don't work on the
smile.
thumbnail. I need. This would actually go so hard.
Look at Simp smile in the picture. Like you put a little In-N-Out motherfucking hat on him. Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. Listen,
Oh.
Simp looks like he'd work at Chick-fil-A.
Nah, Chick-fil-A might have to be like 65 rated though, no?
Yeah.
Maybe a visa gets.
Listen,
the
we'll give it.
Chick-fil-A.
Listen, if you'll get. Listen, we're talking chicken. I'm taking Popeyes at like a 70 rated.
Bro, that
Okay.
Popeyes killed me. We got to Dallas and it just took
Oh
me out for the
my
rest of
God.
the week. Landed off the 10.5-hour flight and just slapped some
Fucking hell.
Popeyes at the Airbnb.
I say, yo, Rob, you wanna go down? You wanna get a Popeyes? It's buy one get one free on the Sannies. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be saving some money. I woke up in the morning. I said, yo, what the fuck?
Chick-fil-A is from Atlantis, this cowboy. It actually might be fitting. We might have to do it.
Yo, nah, I'm telling you, we need a special edition card of this Simp. We need it.
Because
We
this
need
ain't
it.
happening
We need a
again,
special
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is we
This
ain't
is gonna
seen
be his
anything
worst
like this
event
ever
ever.
again. So you might as well take
I mean,
advantage
And
of
I
what
think
we
it'll
can.
motivate him. I think it'll be a meme and it'll be something to motivate him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's gonna come different.
You don't need motivating.
You don't need
that.
motivation.
Nah. You see, this is the issue. Every time you played Simp, it was like you prayed that you played him on a win. Because if you played him on a loss, you were getting 3-0
Oh
bombed.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Listen, when we played him in the league, it was like, did they win? Oh shit, they won. Like, you know, we might be all right. Like we could win this. If they
Might be a little
lose,
complacent.
Yeah.
hey, you weren't winning them. If they lost, yeah, sure. We'll see you next week for the next set of games. We're out.
Yeah. Speaking of Simp, we've got some CDL career card. We've had a lot of talk about it. Who's the new CDL GOAT? That thumbnail is not racist. I don't care what you say, respectfully.
It's the most furthest thing for a racist of all time.
Simp v Shotzi, all-time CDL. Okay, I will say, before we get to it, Kenny ain't far off the convo in the CDL era, in my opinion. He's won like 10, 11 events, 2 rings. He's in a convo, for sure. But in the CDL era to this point, I'm giving it Simp. But then Shotzi just won champs. So, you know, it's just been a debate. Octane said he thinks it's probably Shotzi now. I can see an argument both ways, to be honest, on this one. Because, as Don made the point the other week, there's a few arguments that you could take Simp on. You could say, okay, well, has Simp consistently in terms of being a top 5 player, been there all the time pretty much? Yeah. So most of the time as Shotzi, pretty much until this year. And then he turned up at champs anyway. Shotzi was the MVP in the first season. Simp had his MVP moments too along the way. So they've both kind of been going back and forth. The thing that Simp has is that his placings, his grand finals appearances, like, he's always been a threat. Obviously it's the same for a BT2, but Simp's generally been better, even though it's been close at times.
Can I just chime in?
Hell yeah.
In what way is Shotzi the GOAT over Simp in the CDO era?
He's got 3
It's
rings.
just the
That's
rings.
what they
That's
say.
his argument. That's the argument.
That's
is
the
rings.
only argument, really.
I see it for sure.
I did some research after champs, and I looked at the prize pool. If you're going off straight accomplishments and prize pool like money, you got to give it to Shotzi.
They won so
Personally,
much in MW19.
It's just
Champs
the
that
fact
year
that
is
now
insane,
it's just the
prize
fact
pool.
that if you win a major, say you win all 4 majors, I think I looked at it like last week. Not to say that this is no money, but it's like 35K each for first this year.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
champs this year was 200K each.
Yeah.
So even if you were to win all 4 majors, 35 times 4, That's like 130 something, 140 something around there. I can't do the math right now, but
yeah. I think it's
not
150K for first, so it's like 37.5 each for first at a major, something like that. So like,
yeah, but however the math works, it doesn't add up to champs.
Yeah. It's
so
like
that changed
that
changed my mindset a little bit, because it's like, okay, winning champs is legit better than winning 4 majors. Money wise, financial wise, it is.
Yeah, but that's not their fault though.
No, that's not their fault. But I'm just saying, if you go off of like just money, accolades, we want the money, because mind you, obviously this is not competitive, but Ant is making money. His contract is probably more than Simp's. His stream make more than goddamn everybody combined. He making that money. That's number one goal, that money on. He making the money and he got 3 rings. That's what kind of changed my shit. Cause it's like, okay, now, yes, look at the numbers. Simp is more dominant. Look at it. He 24 grand finals, 208 to say he's more dominant consistently. But Ant making more money on, period, in all aspects. And when it comes to prize money, stream money, contract money, he making the most money. So at that point, I'm like, fuck, that nigga to go.
I think Shotzi's just more efficient.
He not winning. Yeah. But
I think you're right though. Like Shotzi's been in 3 Champs Grand Finals. He's won all of them. That's tippable.
Listen,
that's tippable.
Listen, Shotzi's just more efficient. You know, Simp does more, but
Shotzi pisses about all year. 0-18 turns up to champs.
Yeah,
that's what the efficiency is tippable. You know, absolutely slammed all year in a major and wins more money than everyone in one tournament. That's efficiency. That's good. That's good work.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I
love the efficiency.
Monday in time.
That's the problem with me. But like, I do obviously think year in, year out, if I had to pick one player, I would pick Simp. I would pick Simp over Ant. I just feel like when I'm just looking at the tippable like point of view, like damn, I could really just respect that. I gotta respect Shotzi. 3 ring. Bro, the fact that this might be the most respectable ring of all time. They were fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Bro, we were having segments on the show. The segment was, is Shotzi's best days behind him? Is Shotzi terrible? Does he deserve to get dropped? And then he won champ. Like, this is the most tippable ring. Cold War, when Simp won in Cold War, we knew they was finna win. I was waking up and screaming them at 2 p.m. Simp was 35-6. We knew they was finna win in Cold War. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers were terrible and they won. That's it. And they only lost 3 maps. They only lost 3 maps the whole tournament.
14-3.
Imagine this duo though.
Damn.
They'd be in the same duo.
Shotzi and Simp on the same team.
Oh, don't do it to the OpTic fans, Trey. They don't like it when you say it.
No, for sure they don't. But you know, let's not act like really Simp isn't like one of the greatest players. I mean, I wouldn't do it now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I think Hugh was OpTic's best player all year last year. I think he was the most consistent. I think he. Listen, if there's one person I respect more than anyone in the league and have done for the past year and a half, it's been Hugh. You're telling me he gets dropped like 2-3 times by OpTic, doesn't tweet out, doesn't say a bad word about him, doesn't do anything on stream when said like disrespect him or anything like that, keeps joining back, has offers from other teams, waits it out, joins OpTic, doesn't say a fucking word. He just respects every decision. And then joins him again, does his thing and wins champs. Come on.
Nah, it's tippable. I want to get a super chat here from Bert. Would you say there are bonus points for winning with different teams? Simp had basically had the same teammates his whole career. I mean, yeah, since the CDL era. I think there's a bit of a debate on this. People talk about it a lot. They're like, oh, this guy, he won with more different people, therefore it's more tippable. Which are like, I don't know, I kind of get the argument. It's an argument in F1 as well. It's like, people say, oh, Max Verstappen, he needs to go and drive for a different team because he's only won with one car. Kind of. It just the argument isn't like fully valid because the year changes, the car changes, like whatever, right? But there's maybe an argument to say that it would be cool to see Simp play with somebody else, see him win with someone. Like I think that would probably add to his legacy if he did.
I disagree. I disagree. Everyone wants the same team when it's doing well. Like no one wants to make a roster change.
Yeah.
Like they just won champs with Kenny and Dashi and Pred. They didn't want to change that team. They just had to because it wasn't that good in this game and they're going through some problems. Like, I don't believe it hurts legacy just because someone's done it. You know, someone keeps making roster changes because shit ain't working. I feel like that kind of hurts legacy in a way because shit, like you've picked up 75 players. How have you not made it work?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, you know, it's like that's the way I see it. Obviously, I think it is tippable that you do it with a different roster, but I don't feel like that hurts legacy just because your team wasn't as good as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, this argument to me is just like a new generation argument, especially for like American sports. Let's say the two main American sports, at least in that black community, is football and basketball. The two GOATs, Tom Brady won with the Bucks. That was just extra credit. That made him supreme mega GOAT. But Tom Brady was on the Patriots his whole first 6 rings. He was on the Patriots for goddamn 20 years. Michael Jordan, when you think about winning, maybe you think LeBron or Kevin Durant or Kobe Bryant is better than LeBron at the game, whatever. When it comes to winning, Jordan won with the Bulls. He won 6 chips out of 10 years. It was with one team. Now, did he have different teammates on the roster? Yeah, they slotted out a couple motherfuckers. You know, they had Arcedes, they had Draza, they had goddamn Slasher. You had a couple different people. Like the supreme winners, they don't have 1,800 different teammates. Isn't that better too? Like the people that switch teams, they roast Kevin Durant. They're like, damn, KD, you could have stayed on OKC your whole career, but now you on OKC, Warriors, Rockets, Nets, Phoenix Suns. You on 5 teams. You're not a GOAT. You played for 5 different teams. So it's like, what the fuck?
I see what you're saying. Because like Simp's so good that the teams are always so good and they never change. I guess that's the logic.
Yeah, but like you've got to understand this as well. Like imagine like Dylan Rex, for example, right? Let's just take him because he's a Burger King card, all right? Joins FaZe, joins FaZe, wins a ring. Everyone's like, oh, you needed a superstar team. Like, the fuck? What do you mean? Like, listen, I think it's tippable. Either way you look at it, like someone said in the chat, like, oh, he went back to back with different rosters. Yeah, that's tippable for sure. But I'm saying you got to look at it this way. A whole year of fucked up rosters and like not everyone playing great. Like there was a situation where everyone wanted Shotzi dropped or a lot of people wanted him dropped. Like when they made these roster changes, they weren't that good. Like everyone was playing bad.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like even though they made all these roster changes, they still looked bad throughout the year. They played very well at champs, and I'll give them all that credit. But to say like, you know, Simp's legacy is like worse off than Shotzi's because Shotzi's winning with different rosters, I think that has a lot more to say about Simp than it does Shotzi because like they've kept those same players for that long and they're still like one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
They just make one-man changes, which I can see changing. Don't get it twisted. 2 back-to-back top 6s, I can see a change coming. But, you know, I don't think it tarnishes legacy if you have a lot of rosters or you don't move a lot, you know?
I hear that. So let's think about this then, because obviously, Don, you were talking about the Munyon. But EWC, there's a lot of money on the line there. So obviously, there's a bit of a debate as to how much EWC is worth. There's loads of drama about this because, understandably, OpTic have the most fans. OpTic just won champs. They want to talk about it as like, it's a big accomplishment, which obviously it is. Did they have the best season overall? You know, this was the tweet from Jet Cal. Who had the best season? Was it OpTic? In my opinion, it was OpTic because they won champs. Were they the best team this year? No, that was Thieves. There's a bit of nuance to it, in my opinion. But anyway, Nameless said that it depends on the World Cup. And then Maven replied and said, OpTic fans are downplaying the importance of champs. Oh, they did that for a decade. I was told it was only another tournament when we talked about Scump's legacy. Now it's worth 45 major wins in 4 days to replace a year of results. Like, so let's talk about it, right? So there was lots of drama here. People are going to say, oh, Maven's an OpTic hater. He's glazing FaZe again. Here he goes. And, like, whatever. People can have their opinions on it. I just think it's pretty interesting because Attach gave the point as well on stream. He basically said, like, the champs is what people are going to think about in 10 years. Like, that's what people are going to care about. And I'll just, you know, before I pass you guys, I did say this on stream when I talked about, like, in the video, I talked about this today. I think what Attach is saying is true to some degree, but if you think back 10 years ago to Advanced Warfare, people don't just remember Denial winning champs. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's like people recognize that OpTic won that whole year and didn't win champs.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, so, I mean, I don't know what it looks like in 10 years' time because of that year, champs is in the middle of the year. Now it's at the end of the year. But in 10 years, there's still going to be some people out there who know what's going on. So I don't know. I don't really know my answer to this question, but I'm sure you got your thoughts, Don. Obviously, there's a lot of money for the World Cup, but lots of fans would say it doesn't mean as much. Single elimination. It's tough to say.
So here are my thoughts. So here's my thing. Personally, I'm just I talk to a lot of people, like a couple of close friends and people that have had success at Champs, because personally, I've never had extreme success at Champs, or I've never even competed at the World Cup.
Not yet, baby.
But the one thing that I will say is that in theory, this is like the thing that's like, you can't use only logic when it comes to this argument, because in theory, right, Champs is the same as another event. You know what I'm saying? Champs is just another event in theory, but the money makes it not another event. The title of the event makes it not another event. Yeah. So people break the fuck down. They either underprepare or they either overprepare. They get in their heads too much. There's so many mental things that come into play at Champs. Expectations come into play at Champs. If expectations come, everything is at such a lesser scale, and the players are building up this event in their head. So since the players are building up this event in their head, then we have to respect it as a built-up event. We have to put the event on a pedestal. The event should be on a pedestal. For one, it's the most money. People play their online matches and their regular season matches, and all the points go towards seeding to this event. This event is put on a pedestal. So we should rate it and engage it as such. And the players are playing as such. Hence the fact the best players are getting fucking nervous. They're literally getting nervous. Even if they won the tournament already, they're still nervous. They're getting nervous. The people that have won champs in 2021, you can't tell me that FaZe wasn't nervous. If they weren't nervous, they wouldn't have got top 6. If Thieves weren't nervous, they wouldn't have got top 8. You know what I'm saying? So the event is on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it should be, and that's how it's gonna be. So I personally, I want to be like, oh yeah, I mean, FaZe won 14 majors. You know what I'm saying? That's better. But the people on FaZe are putting the event on the pedestal. So how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I can't go against the own players' mindsets. The own players are putting it on a pedestal, so we have to put it as a pedestal. These motherfuckers got nervous because they put it on a pedestal. If this was a normal major, there is no way in hell FaZe and Thieves would have got top 8 and top 6. Maybe they wouldn't have won. Let's say OpTic were on point. They were dominant. They would have, at least Thieves would have got top 3. At least FaZe. That's what you expect FaZe and Thieves to get when shit's not going their way. You expect them, oh, Thieves got top 4 this event. Man, they fucking broke the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Not 8th, not last place, you know? So that's the way I view it. Like, the bottom line is people see champs and they break the fuck down. That's so I have to view it that way. I have to view it like, damn, champs is all that matters, because that's what they're doing.
Let me get Jorge's €5 super chat real quick. Thank you very much. Love Simp, but this new IG or Hook fits so much better at OpTic than Simp. Mainly if he plays the way that he did this season with so few mistakes. I mean, it's going to be a conversation probably for after the World Cup, because if OpTic win the World Cup, then surely they don't do anything. But if they don't, then it depends. But also it depends what weight they put on things, right? Because, yeah, look, I agree. In an ideal world, they keep Hook. It's all sunshine and rainbows. But especially if Hook plays as he did this year, it's tough to find a better player than that for what they need.
Listen,
But
respectfully, Hugh ain't going nowhere. It's not like, you know, You talk about Hugh here, and that is one of Shotzi's best friends too. You're like that's Zio. That's how
Shotzi
you know
ruthless like
that's
that.
that's 2/3 of Zio though, and he just won champs with his boy. Like that's a different feeling though.
I mean,
It's not
you're
like
right,
it's not like you're winning champs with someone you don't like, and it's like shit. Like, can we continue going into next year? This team literally looked like a good team and vibey and everything like that. Shotzi was playing goddamn CS with Mercules. I don't think I've ever seen Mercules play CS before in my life, or heard about him playing CS before, and he still got him on there. I think this team is just going to stick regardless. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same way that how the other teams stuck before they won champs last year. But I think they're actually going to try. I think they're actually going to try a lot harder for EWC. Because EWC does hold a lot of weight. And my thing about it is, if OpTic didn't win champs, but they won EWC, the fans would all be saying that the EWC means more anyway. You know, that's just the way it is. I think there's a different weight when you play for OpTic compared to where you play somewhere else. Like, you have to consistently do well. And they'll always have your back. But they've won champs. That's all that matters to everyone else. But then if they bow out at EWC, it's going to be like, well, you know, fuck it. Like, we won champs. That's all that matters. But to the players, it's a different story compared to last year because they look like they finished champs and they didn't look very good at EWC. And I think if they go back-to-back for EWC, oof. I mean, they could too. They literally look like the best team in the game.
Yeah.
Whatever they done for champs, they just got to go into it.
I need to check the prize pool real quick. No, go on, guys. I'm going to look this up real quick.
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead. My bad. I thought you were done.
No, I was going to say, and to people saying like Shotzi dropped Hugh multiple times, like, yeah, he did. Like, they didn't win, though. They weren't doing great. They you know, there's always a change that needs to be made. And he also got dropped for, like, Pred. Like, come on, bro. Like, that was a winning roster and he should come back from Australia. Like, he got dropped for Pred. So...
just a quick little comment on Trey's point. I feel like you brought up a great point. I do think this year, and just as the years goes on, that the World Cup will be taken more serious year in, year out. I can confirm 100% that, yeah, I don't think OpTic tried as hard last year to go back-to-back because it was kind of like they won and like they still got top 4. They got like 40K each for top 4. That's tit. That's a cool little vacation. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this year, at least like the bottom tier, like people are going to try for this event. Like, especially moving forward, people are going to try for this event for sure. So,
yeah, I agree with that assessment. I also think every year that the World Cup happens, like it gains some more importance. Like, I know people don't want to believe that, but like I guarantee that is how it will be, as long as because this year the tournament, even if it is single elim or whatever, and people always say that as an issue, okay, I know that people would say, well, if it was single elim, they'd prefer it to be best of 7. Like, let's not forget, Black Ops 3 playoffs used to be best of 7 single elim. It's not like single elim is necessarily terrible. I mean, the way I look at it is like, you watch Wimbledon right now, single elim, right? So most sports are single elim. It is what it is. And that's okay. Double elim is better. It is what it is. But every year this happens, people are going to consider it to be more important. This tournament this year will be considered, in hindsight, as more important than last year's one. And I think that will happen year on year as people are like, people get used to the tournament. It happens every year. It builds up some prestige. I don't know if it's going to, like, people are always going to look back on the seasons and say, okay, OpTic won champs. But if it continues for 10 years, people are also going to say, okay, well, OpTic won champs, but this team won EWC. It's kind of like for Counter-Strike, they've got the 2 majors a year, you know. I don't ever think it's going to be, they're not going to be on par, but it is going to be more relevant. And as you say, Don, if you win this tournament, you win 600 grand. It ain't bad. You know, if you won champs, you won 800K. The prize pool for EWC is $1.8 million.
Gone down.
The prize pool for champs is 2 mil. No, champs is 2 mil. I think deliberately what they've had, basically the league has told them, you can't give away more money than we are because it looks bad. Yeah. So like, so we're doing 2 mil, you could do 1.8. Yeah. That's like, that's how it is, I think.
To
I'll get to the
on that
super
real
chats
quick
in a second, by the way, guys. Thank you.
I'll just be real quick on this comment. Like, I was looking at it. I'm looking at the prize money. I'm like, damn, the prize pool is so similar, but like the top portion is so off, and it's like they're like basically just giving away free money to motherfuckers that just qualified for the tournament.
Yeah.
Like if they didn't do that, if they weren't just paying the top 16, just hey, you made it to the World Cup, man. Here's 10K. If they weren't doing that, this shit would be the same as champs. Like it's right, you only 200K difference. Like
no, exactly.
If
like,
they weren't paying them, it would be the same shit.
I'm bringing it up right here. Here we go, so that you guys can see this. So this was the champs prize pool this year. 800K for OpTic winning in first place, 480 for Surge in second, so it goes 800, 480, 320, 160, 80, 40. The World Cup goes 600, 320, so it's quite a lot less. Like it's less top heavy basically. But of course, there's also more teams here, so there's more money that they got to give away down the pecking order. But yeah, you come dead last, you still make your 5 racks. So, and actually, I got confirmation from. Let's just say I got confirmation that there was a bit of drama because Beans is joining Team Orchid, so they dropped Henry. So it's going to be Harry, Mythics, Bance, and Beans as the team of 4. To my knowledge, Henry's still going to get paid his 5 racks, even though they dropped him. So like they didn't fully hoe him. To my because that was obviously it's.
I also feel like Ben Beans doesn't really give a fuck about 5 racks. He just wants to play.
Exactly. So there was that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, 5K Munyon is still 5K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I spoke to Ben too. Making sure he was alright and stuff like that. But
it does suck for Henry. I'm not gonna lie. It does suck for Beans. Like Beans technically made the cup. He should be able to compete at the cup. It's just a tough situation, So at least now that I know that changing my thoughts. At least he got paid. You know what I'm saying? At least he's getting paid a little 5K for qualifying. So it's not like he completely.
I don't
lost
exactly know how where that money's coming from or who's decided. But I think
what it would have to be Beans just forfeit his prize.
Yeah, or some shit like that. Maybe I don't know. Obviously, if you're Henry, you feel some type of way if they make a run. They come,
Right. You feel some type of way if they make a run.
Some type of way anyway, but it is what it is. All right, let me get to a couple of these. Thanks, Connor, for the €10. Great super chat. Do you think next year, it's an interesting question actually, Simp will have the most pressure to win a ring, given he won 2 in his first 3 years? Honestly, would have guessed he'd have had 4 by now. He's number 1 in pure skill or impact in CDL for me. I think there is interesting question because for years, let's say the last 2 years, Dashi had a lot of pressure on him to win at champs. I think the most pressure is probably going to be on Scrap, to be honest, because every year it does that and people are going to talk about that. For Simp, it's like there is pressure, but I don't think it's as. It's going to be up there for Simp, maybe. Especially if they make a big move or if he leaves, like there's pressure to prove that it was the right decision or something.
There's pressure on everyone to win a ring, but not on Simp to win a ring. It's not like you said, it's like Scrap's like done everything but won a ring.
Yeah.
And he had that finals where they got bopped.
Yeah.
Like bopped bad. Yeah. And then they just finished top 8. And he just won MVP for the season and you're winning MVP, you're doing everything you can, you're doing great work around the map and outside the game and everything like that. And go to champs and you're not winning. People talk about that. You know what I'm saying? People do say, it happens in sports all the time. One of the best players in the game but can't win the best, can't do the big one. Yeah. So I think it's all on Scrap. I don't feel like Simp has any pressure. He's literally like you said, won 2 rings. He's done what he needs to do. I don't think he has pressure like that. Obviously he wants to win, but like I said, I think Scrap is the guy that has the most pressure on him.
I agree that Scrap has the most. I agree. I disagree in the portion that Simp doesn't have any pressure. He's got pressure.
He's got pressure to do it, but he's already done it.
He's already done it. But Simp is trying to be GOAT. They've said it in videos that he already thinks he's the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he has a chance to be the GOAT. For sure. If he gets another ring, to me, he's the GOAT. So that's why I feel like he has pressure. He has pressure. If he can tie the ring record He doesn't have to beat the ring record, but if he can tie it, he's the GOAT, in my opinion. So to me, he has the most pressure in terms of long-standing legacy. Like Shotzi, Simp, Kenny, right? That's what we said. Like they're solidified in the top 20 of COD players unless there's a new fucking generation and they're winning champs and all type of shit like that, right? Those three players are the CDL people who have been taken over, at least accolades wise, and obviously Simp's teammates, right? But I do think if Simp wants to be the GOAT, he needs one more. He needs one more, and I feel like he feels the same way. Because why else would he be a fucking Burger King? He was in a Burger King race with Dylan Rex, bro. He was in a Burger King race, bro. Trey, I was with you, me and you. We thought FaZe was finna win. Next thing you know, we watched the event and Simp is in a Burger King race. Bro, I got Simp's jersey. I got that shit signed, bro. I'm a fan of this motherfucker. He had a Burger King competition with Dylan Shreks. Bro, Dylan Shreks was fucking terrible this year. He had a Burger King competition with him. He needs to win. He think he need to win. Because if he felt, oh, I'm Simp, I'm the greatest ever, the motherfucker touched the goddamn controller, he wouldn't have had a Burger King race. He would have had at least a goddamn 85. He had a Burger King race. He feeling that motherfucking pressure. That's the thing. He feeling that bit. Ain't no way he didn't feel that bit. Look at his stat. 0.6. First of all, Simp is literally a top 5 S&D player of all time. Is he not? Simp, TJ Hadley, goddamn Abizi. Tupac Thug Lord. How the fuck he got a 0.6 in S&D?
And they played the Ravens. That's the funniest thing about it. Is they literally got to 3-0 Bob, the worst team of all time. They get like Simp got to
Burger King.
Yeah, Simp literally played the.
It was burger on burger crime. That's how he got the edge, twin. If he ain't play him, he might have lost the race.
I think they probably. Listen,
I'm just saying he got pressure. He got pressure if he want to be the GOAT. If he wants to be the GOAT, mind you, I'm the same motherfucker that just said 2 weeks ago that he was damn near the GOAT if he win. Then I said that, then the motherfucker burger race with Dylan Trek. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm on ass. Twin. I ain't gonna lie. You are the GOAT. Almost. You almost there. If you get one more chance ring. You almost there, twin. If you get one more chance ring, you go. That's my point of view.
Then we're getting the signed jersey up in the background.
Then we getting the signed jersey on the motherfucking. I'll wear that shit. That shit's an extra small. That shit will burst off my body, bro. I'll put that motherfucker on. You win a chance ring, twin. Nah, I'm being serious. I'm trolling, but I'm being serious. That shit really was burger on burger crime, bro. Like,
has Shotzi ever had a what's Shotzi's lowest card?
Shotzi ain't never had a Burger King.
You know what? We can look him up. We can actually
look up Burger King Shotzi, bro. Ain't no fucking way he had a Burger King.
Nah, he never had a Burger King, but like,
I feel like it. Nah, Champs is crazy.
Burger King Champs.
All right, let me have a look at some of the player cards here. I want to look at Simp's all-time cards, see what we can find. Right, if I go Simp.
Ain't no way Shotzi had the Burger King chance, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't had that motherfucker, bro.
All right, I need to make sure that stream can see all these cards. I'll get to the other soup chats in a second. Appreciate you guys. We're just having an absolute rampage right now. So these are all of Simp's cards since Lion's been making them recent times. Since 2021. So Simp's, okay, I'm looking at the lowest card he had. 99, 88, 95, 96, 95, 93, 93, 95, 93. This guy was on a generational run. He had an 82.
Is his lowest.
82. He had a 76 actually this year at Major 3.
Oh, really?
And then he pulled off a 58 at Champs. Oh, wow. Absolute.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. So that chance, so the
bro,
chance.
Bro,
look at that. Shit.
76, 90, 58.
It's quite a run. All right, let me look up Shotzi.
Ain't no way Shotzi ever had a 58, bro.
Nah, he never.
I really want Simp to be the GOAT.
I'm trying to think,
listen,
did he ever have anything in the 60s?
I don't care who's the GOAT. I'm just saying.
What was Kenny's card when he had a 0.3?
All right, I'll find out.
I don't think Kenny with a 0.3 was a 58. It might be close.
He was close, I think. We'll see.
Bro, it might be close. It might be close. Mind you, if Kenny with a 0.3 is rated higher than Dylan Shreks, then Dylan Shreks need to get his shit together.
The lowest Shotzi ever had was a 71. Last year at Champs, Shotzi was a 96. The year before at Champs, I don't know if we got that one on here, but anyway, like we never seen stuff like that. People want to see. What do you want to see? Kenny's ones?
Yeah. What's Kenny's .3 card?
He wasn't lower. He was.
Put Kenny .3. If Kenny .3 was higher than this Simp Champs, nigga, he gotta get his shit together, twin.
I don't think Kenny's point.
There it is. It's a 61. There it is. This is the .1 stage card. He had a 61.
Baby. Oh fuck.
He had a 61.
Oh shit! Good. Kenny was shooting, mind you. Kenny was shooting the windmills. It looked like he had no auto aim. He had no auto aim.
Right, people want to see Celiums. I'll show you guys Celiums as well.
This shit higher than them. That's bad, twin.
Alright, I'll have a look at Cell's cards. What's the lowest Cell ever got? Cell. I mean, damn.
I think Cell's just got generational, isn't he? Like, I think he might.
He had an 80.
MC did my MC lowest shit is the 80.
Scraps have got to be the best shit, though. Scraps have to be untouchable. Apart from what he did at Champs right here. I don't know what his Champs one was this time. He still had an 82 at Champs. But like, that actually... Scraps 82 tarnished his legacy. Because look at these cards. 96, 95, 99, 93, 97, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 95, 93, 98, 99, 99, 99, 97. And then 82 at Champs. Bottle job, man. Bottle.
I feel like a lot of the fuck. Listen, I feel like a lot of these. Don, there might be some Champs breakers.
That's what it is, bro. There is, bro.
And you know what it is? It's because they're putting so much into it.
They are. That's literally all it is. Bro, but I genuinely think... Go ahead. My bad.
I was going to say, like, it does mean the most, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like they're putting so much onto themselves and pressure-wise. Like, you telling me... Listen, I love Heretics, but you're telling me Heretics are just going in there free-flowing.
Yeah.
Like, because, like... Listen, Heretics know they're good, but no one thinks they're going to win Champs. Whereas LAT go in there, everyone thinks, oh, LAT can win Champs. FaZe can win Champs. That's why Surge and Heretics were flying that weekend, because they ain't got no pressure. They're just going in there flying because, like, hey, we didn't make it. No one thought we were gonna make it. But Scrap's got thousands of fans. Got like, this guy's the GOAT MVP of the season. He's gonna win a ring. Damn, Champs, man.
Listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think I just had a moment click in my mind. To be the most dominant Champs player, you gotta be a little bit special ed, bro. You gotta be a little slow in your motherfucking head to dominate at Champs. Let me explain this, right? Let me explain this. You gotta be a little fucking slow. Not the, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm talking about, little, yeah. You gotta be a little stupid in your motherfucking head to dominate at Champs. Look, the most dominant Champs motherfucker ever is Damon. Damon be talking slow motion. Damn, Ant, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You gotta hit the back there, bro. You gotta be a little slow. That motherfucker Damon is the GOAT, but he a little... Yo, what's up, Don? What's going on, brother? He be talking in slow motion. Shotzi, that motherfucker is brain dead at the time. He dominated at Champs, because he coming to Champs. He don't even know what fucking day it is at Champs. But he just like, yeah, man, I'm finna win this shit, man. I got top 8 all motherfucking year. I'm finna win this bitch. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers is special ed damn near. That's why they be dominant at Champs. Then you go to a motherfucker with some common sense like Simp. He's like, fuck, man, I really need to win this shit for my legacy, man. I really need to win this shit if I want to compete with Scump and be the GOAT. Now, next thing you know, the pressure of the whole world on that motherfucker Simp. The pressure on the whole universe. Simp is feeling energy from the goddamn motherfuckers in Africa, Europe, Asia. Doom. Shotzi just brain dead. Shotzi just pulling up. Yeah, man, I'm finna win. He with Kyler too. Kyler walking out. Kyler got AirPods in his goddamn ear walking out on stage. He can't even hear the fans. Kyler
got his gunner up on.
Slow. They don't give a damn.
Mercury's pulls up for an interview and he's like, Yeah, man. Like we were just shooting.
Yeah, man, we're gonna win.
Like,
How do you beat these
yo,
guys?
how'd you win? Like we were just shooting and shit.
Yeah, we were just doing.
Like, yo, like I was frying.
Bro,
Dash
I'm
was
thinking about the
shooting.
ultimate champs
I'm
team.
telling you, bro.
Shot-
You gotta
shot
be a
shooting.
little special to dominate chance consistently. You gotta
This
be
is why
special, bro. I'm
OpTic
telling
don't
you.
Wait, are
pick
you
up Simp for
calling?
hoop.
Wait, are
We
you
gotta
calling the
keep
whole? Are
hoop.
you calling the whole OpTic team special?
Listen,
ed for
Damien a
champs?
little special ed, Shotzi a little special ed,
Mercury's a bit special ed.
Kyler got a hint. Mercury's, he low-key got a little special shit in him too, bro. And then Brandon, low-key, the whole squad special
Bro,
ed.
these guys
The
are built
whole
for
squad
champs.
short bus.
They built for
The
champs.
whole squad got a hint of short bus.
And they
on
got
them.
Carver as coach,
They might have
bro.
rode that motherfucker for 2 weeks. And then they just delusionally confident. They come in a chance like nothing else matter.
You
We
see,
go.
hey, they got their own flow state, special flow state,
Yeah, special flow. I'm telling you,
A
special
special
edition
flow.
flow state. I'm telling you, bro.
special
I'm
edition.
telling you.
flow
That's why they don't feel no pressure, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
And they laugh it off too. You know what I'm saying? Like they just laugh. Like I'm telling, Mercules might be the funniest. Like I love Mercules. Like I don't know him like that, but just watching him play, and you know he's great. And then when he does the interviews, they're even funnier. They're like, oh, how'd you win that? Well, you know, like we were just shooting. Like shout out the fans.
He is
Shout out
like
the
that
fans.
too. Yeah.
Yo, this shit felt like a home event. Every event, shout out the fans. Like,
Bro,
I'm
Ghosty's
out.
like too smart for this, right? That's the logic. Like,
Yep.
Mercules is like Ghosty, but like, I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I'm saying.
Wait,
Yeah.
JP is the orchestrator.
Yeah.
He's the bus driver.
Yeah, JP's the bus driver, bro. JP is the short bus driver, bro. And Damon
'Cause he
on that
is-
motherfucker writing the script. Damon on that motherfucker like, all right, guys, today we're finna do this.
Damon in the suitcase compartment. Damon in the suitcase. He's like, oh shit, no extra seats. All right, I'll lay here.
I'll tell you, bro. I swear, I'm being funny, but like at the same time, I'm being dead serious. That's literally why they are better. They are
They
better
don't-
at champs than the other teams consistently because they're
Bro,
not letting the pressure get
Yo,
to them,
if
bro.
if you look at their player cams and stuff like that, they don't look stressed.
They don't look stressed.
Hydra lost that 1v2. He looks stressed.
They look like they have to win. If they don't win, they finna get shot. Someone's finna pull up with a Draco and just start letting it rip on their whole team if they don't win this match. Like, bro, it's not that deep, bro. Y'all already y'all been pissing on these motherfuckers for 3 months straight. It ain't that deep. Y'all been shitting on them.
No,
We
you
need
might
Don
be
back
right,
in the
bro.
league,
Oh,
Y'all
04,
been shitting on them
04,
for 4 months straight.
04 just
Now they
goes
like,
in.
oh fuck, if I don't get this fucking 3-piece right here, right now, they finna take my mom from me. No, motherfucker, no, that's not finna
Wait,
happen.
yo, Don, it's like that thing where it's like, yo, if I don't land this in the next 15 seconds, my whole family gonna die.
Yeah. It's like Don lifted the 250 pounds. He's like, if I don't lift
Yeah, what the
this.
fuck? It's not that deep, bro. Like, it's not that deep, but the chance,
wait,
the
that's
title
why-
of chance make it deep.
I'm telling you, that's why Seattle are so good. That's why Vancouver are so good too. Neptune stands up, shouts in lowercase. He's got it.
Yep.
He has
Look
got
at
it.
me, man. Look
Wait,
at
you're actually
me.
right. Neptune
guys-
has the special sauce for champs.
You guys are
specialist.
so shit. You guys so shit. You don't know what you guys are doing. Oh my god, get slammed.
There ain't been one motherfucker that won champs that ain't got some, maybe a couple times, but like the champs winners I'll be thinking about, some of them a little got special editions, bro.
Oh,
Sloss-
Crim, 100%.
Sloss,
Oh my
Sloss and
God.
Crim, Sloss, Crim, and Damon and Clay. You're not gonna let Clay rock. Clay's special too. The fuck? Clay be super special edition. Clay got 3 rings. That motherfucker is fucking brain dead. What the hell? Motherfuckers need to drop their IQ to lower the pressure, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Motherfuckers
Damn, we
be
could build a
tweaking. They
champs
be-
team on this logic. I saw Doug was in the chat earlier. If you're trying to build the Boston team for next year, you got to use the special edition logic here to try and win
You
champs.
got to, bro. I'm telling you.
Illy. Who are we picking up?
I'm
Who
telling
do
you,
the things
bro.
like?
There's some special edition squads, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I gotta get.
You know,
some of
you know,
these,
yeah, wait,
God,
you know
God,
who's
God.
up there as well? We gotta get Kremp in there.
Crip special edition for sure.
Yeah.
Every time I see that guy,
you know who's special? Estriel. I know they didn't even make Champs, but he's stupid. He might have a chance. He might be a future special edition short bus prospect, bro. That motherfucker is brain dead, bro. There's some people up there, bro.
TJ Halley.
Well, TJ needs his ring. It's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm actually crying, bro.
People want to see everyone's cards right now.
Joe Deceives.
Joe might not be a bad shout. If we can afford him, you know. We're just trying to build a cheap special edition team that has a chance to win champs. That's the new goal. That's the new goal for the new season. All right, thanks all for the super chats. Apologies we didn't get to all the super chats properly. I know that PD did one about EWC and Kenny saying that the teams didn't really put in the work. I think this year that could be different. Mo Bumble with the 5, appreciate you. Jorge as well. If LAT phase OpTic don't make changes after EWC, I feel like Heretics and Seattle will be in a weird position because they clearly have what it takes to be since they're missing something. I mean, look, I think those teams will probably have to make changes anyway. We'll see. I mean, maybe they need to use the special ed logic to make a pickup, because maybe Surge can improve on that front. Like, Surge got Neptune, but maybe there's, do you know what I mean? Maybe there's more to come from Surge, because you got to think Rambo, like he ain't like that. And guess what? He came to champs, he lost twice, 2013, 2014. So I don't know. I see it, Don. That my eyes are awake.
I'm telling you, bro.
My third eye is open.
Hey, we've opened the portal to winning champs.
I'm telling you, bro. That's gotta be it, bro. That's gotta be it, bro. It don't make no sense, cause like.
But you have to be able to shoot at the same time, though. This ain't just pure.
Oh yeah. No. We're not taking away the talent from people, Trey.
No. I'm not saying that.
What'd you say?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like these kids, they can shoot as well as be dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just stroll in. You can't just stroll in with a tongue out and be dumb.
You can't just. You gotta have the specialness is what push you over the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't rely on that solely. That is what pushes you over. That is what brings the consistency. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have everything else to come with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have everything else.
You go in the champs with everything. The talent.
Right.
The talent, the shots, the mind, the games. But you just got to pull up dumb.
Yep. Maybe this is what I think, bro. Maybe just get fucking torched, bro. You know, week before champs, go do some dabs, do some shit that's gonna slow your motherfucking brain down. Because listen, the slow speakers, sometimes slow speakers be checking me. You know, like when someone is like talking hella slow, slow speakers be checking me. But the slow speakers, they be running shit low key. Damon, he hit you. Yo, Don, what's going on, bro? Trying to play some RuneScape? Now the motherfucker got 5 rings. Motherfucker slow as hell. He got 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Motherfucker, yo, Don, you been doing your thing out there, man. He be talking slow. That motherfucker is on the moon. He is on the moon. He's on the moon.
That's why they're all connected. Damon hits the headset when they're all when they've just won a map, and it's like they're dialed back in.
You can't beat that.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's back to back. That's the special secret OpTic source. Hex figured it out.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's why I was saying. That's what I was saying. That's why Surge got it too. Byron, not smart at all. Byron, not smart. That's my guy. You know. But when I teamed to him, me and him, dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. You know. And I'm not talking. You know, that kid's smart in game, but 04, love 04. Those guys just stroll in, walk onto the stage, dominate. They know what's going on, and they're connected too. You know, Neptune's over the fucking stage, whisper screaming. Yo, you guys are so shit. Yo, look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me in the eyes.
Bro, Cloud9, they could have had a chance if they'd have made champs. Like they weren't even there. But like, bro, if they were there,
That's what we needed, though. We needed that.
They might have went crazy, bro. It's fucking brain dead. Cap is brain dead. Crimp is fucking brain dead.
That's what I'm saying.
They might have been negative. Like they would have been super composed.
C9 should have just showed up on some dumb shit, even though they didn't make it. They should have just showed up on some dumb shit. They should have just showed up and said, "Oh, whoa, like what?" They should have just scrimmed.
I'm actually crying, bro.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Ruger. Thank you, Obscenity.
Someone said super slow state. Oh my god.
Oh, this is generational stuff. So yeah, there you go. And as you will notice here, Cloud9 have got a different roster.
All players that I played
to what
with.
they've had before.
Scraps.
Oh my god.
He was a fucking shooter.
He was. God, he would be good.
And he would just start laughing. Ha ha ha, bro. That's what I needed.
I don't know if we've got any old school player cards of Scraps. Did he have any? Oh, we have some.
Yeah, BO4 for sure.
Yeah, no, we do have some. Yeah, but like on the website, we don't have all of them.
The player rankings.
Damn.
I was mad as fuck. About that. You niggas ain't finna put Scraps over me. Nigga done bait his whole team. I remember he was in, on the B control on Gridlock. B control on Gridlock. There was like the granny's house, and there was a truck to the front. He was in the right corner of the truck. I done kill his teammates 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Motherfucker's still in that corner. I look at the end of the year list. Scraps ranked 8th best player, 10th. Nigga, you suck my dick. Then lost your motherfucking mind. Lost your motherfucking mind, man. Hell nah. But he got player cards though. He was good. I'm just trolling.
Nah.
Friendly fire.
Lost your motherfucking mind putting them nigga above me, man. Y'all know.
Oh, I found a player card, Trey. I found something. I was looking up for a Scraps card from V LionMan. I found this bad boy. Pro Cards Team of the Year, Trey Zero. It was a toss-up, according to LionMan. It was a toss-up between Zero, Scraps, or Rated. Could have been either three, but he made it for you. Look at that bad boy. 94 gun skill, Trey. 94.
What game?
That was World War II.
Yeah, this is World War II.
Why do I look like that?
You was eating a little bit.
Yeah, this is World War II. This is big.
Oh, I was eating a little bit. I was eating.
Yeah, you was eating, twin.
World War II, I was eating.
Wow. Man, he gave you damn near max everything except OBJ. You was like that?
Yeah, 85 OBJ, 96 aggression.
Listen, you see, end of the day, I feel like I've been a little bit disrespected in my time, but it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah.
Tenny says Skies, Kiz, and P-Dog all on the spectrum, and they won Champs 5-0. Appreciate
that card right there, Don. That card right there. I was slow.
Yeah.
You were slow? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was slow, and I ain't talking like around the world. I was fat, so I was like slow, but in the head.
Oh, okay.
Slow.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. London Dock CTF. Yeah. Slow.
Bam, Bo Bammer with the 20. Thank you guys all so much for the super chats today. Don, if being slow is goated, then how Zuma has 0 rings? That motherfucker should be a 6-time world champ then.
Okay, listen. Tom is slow as shit, but he also fast though. I don't know how to explain it. Like Tom is the weirdest person I ever lived with, because he become a different person at nighttime. When it hit about 1, 2 a.m., when I lived with him, he didn't even eat food till 2 a.m. So now I feel like it's 2 a.m. Late night start hitting. He start getting high. He start eating food, all type of shit. Before then, he focused. He locked in. What you mean?
He was staying awake till 2 a.m.
Yeah, what the fuck? We was up, nigga. We was up. We was smoking weed in front of the cop. We was doing all type of shit. We was up. Me and Tom in New York, bro, we were sleep deprived, bro. We would go to sleep at 2 a.m., wake up at goddamn whatever time and hit the subway and go, and we be looking at each other on the train like, motherfucker, we did not sleep. We popping, yeah. We off the yes sirskis every day. Every day we off the yes sirskis. So I'm pulling up. I'm on no sleep. Me and Tom off the yes sirskis. Trey using a kilo or the honey badger. He not using the M4. That's all I kept thinking about. I'm like,
and I was fucking
Trey is
talking.
not using the main gun. He is not using the M4.
I was finding metas and I was tucking, but every time I got a kill, someone
Trey had the kilo. I'm pulling up. I'm raging. I'm teed. I'm tired. I'm tweaking about everything I could tweak about, bro. That shit was crazy. But Tom not dumb as hell. He not dumb. He be acting dumb though. He got that motherfucker in him. He got it in him though. He got it in him.
If not for the
he's too fast to be slow.
Yeah. He be doing too much to be
Yeah, he's too fast to be slow.
He too fast to be slow. Facts.
Yeah.
But he got it in him. It's in there. He just got to dig deep to accomplish reaching that mode. It's in there though.
If only he knew back then what it
If
took.
only he knew. Only he knew, motherfucker.
All right, that was fun. Let's do what we came here to do, and that is to talk about some roster changes. So some of these teams have blown it up. We've had like 5 changes that have happened. Instead of going through them one by one, we've got a tier list. Okay, there's 2 ways we can do this tier list. Intrigued chat's perspective on this. Thanks, Play, putting this together. We can just rank the teams out of the 5 that have made changes. Who made the best change? Who made the worst change? That's option number 1. Option number 2 is we do a full tier list with all of the 12 teams and we slot these guys in. That's another option. Maybe though, you know, we're going to do some predictions for the World Cup at some point. I like option 1. So let's do it this way. We got it ready to go. We've got the Merc tier. We've got better, nothing changed, got worse, blur it out. We can put them in the same tier if we want, but we got 5 roster changes. We'll start on the left. We've got Cloud9 New York. They brought in Gwyn. Gwyn's in. I mean, bro, I'm not every team I look at now, I'm going to be thinking through the special ed lens. But let's think about it. Spa, Sib, Kremp, and Gwyn. Gwyn's coming in. It's pretty interesting. They dropped cap for Gwyn. People, obviously, on paper, you look at the team and you're like, damn, that's nice. But to be fair, the whole team should have been nice all year. And they were asked the whole year. So maybe a difference maker. But bit of pressure on Gwyn. We know that there's been some criticism of his gameplay. Shotzi came out the other day and said this guy's the most least efficient player of all time. It's what he does.
Yeah, and that's the special ed demon saying that. And so whatever he says as of now, that shit go. Whatever he say as of now, that motherfucker go. His word is law. I would put this team, honestly, I don't feel like they got worse. I don't feel like they got much better. I'll put them in nothing changed until they prove me wrong. I mean, I am very high on Gwyn. I think Gwyn is a great player. I think Spart, I was high on Spart and high on Capsule. I think they're all good, solid players. Spart and Capsule are solid players. I think Sib is a really good player. I just need to see this team do something. Until they do something, I'm not going to be like, oh, they got so much better. Because not to say that Capsule couldn't have played better. He definitely could have played better in the league, but he wasn't a piece of shit. Like, he wasn't terrible. Like, he wasn't just fucking god-awful, the worst player I ever seen. I don't feel like anyone on their team was the god-awful, the worst player I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So, is Gwyn better than Capsule at this game? Yes, he is. He should, in theory, they should enhance slightly maybe. But until I see something from this team, they're going to get 8th. They're going to get 9th through 12th or 8th. You know what I'm saying? Something like this.
They also not got the best group, but I'll find it real quick while you give your perspective, Trey.
Yeah.
Listen, this team needed a 2-man change.
Yeah, probably.
They needed to get, like, I feel like they needed to get Ben Beans in for Spart whilst he was on the market. Rumor has it that was the plan or that's what was going to go down, or that's what was being spoke about. Probably not going to go down in that aspect. I definitely jumped the gun with that one. But that was from what I know, that was the only team he could have joined.
Yeah.
With the situation that Toronto put him in, they dropped him like 2 days before a roster lock, and not all the teams have already like thought about their changes then. Gwyn, great player on the Ravens. I just think it was a situation where none of them were making kills. You had Dynarex with 0.5s, and there was just extra slack to pick up, and he just picked it up. Great player, but I don't feel like this team's going to change in any way. And I think the only way this team changes is if Sid plays well, which he hasn't been.
I also agree. Like, I don't think the team really is any better. It's just like they should have probably done better with the team they previously had. But I still think the potential and the upside and the same downside is kind of the same with this team. So I'm down to put them there. Also, their group, as we said, is tough. Only 2 teams get out of the groups, and they're probably, we don't actually know if these not official yet, but we'll see. It's based, Total, I guess, did this based on what happened last year. And they got Surge and Thieves, potentially, in their group. So, could be cooked. They could be going home with 10 racks each. Not bad. Not bad. And then I guess the question is what happens next year. Because do you keep Gwyn? Does Simp get poached? All sorts of options. But I think I agree with that. I know that some people are going to look at it and say that they got better. But, we're going to leave it there. Let's do the Gentlemates. They've made a move. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Gentlemates confuse me as an org. I don't know what they're cooking. Because Gataga came out on stream the other day and he said that he thinks his players this year, towards the end of the year, they just started playing for kills to make their stats look good. And he was like, you know what?
He said that?
Yeah, he said that. I put it in the video today. And then... But then he said, you know what? I respect it. I might have done the same shit. I'll actually find a clip. I'll find a clip real quick. He didn't even hate on them for it. He was just like, I think that's what was going down. So, and he was like, I get it because I'm going to drop them all anyway. So why not? They just look good for their next team.
He said that too?
All right, let me find a clip. See what he actually said. But he said something to this effect, yeah. So, obviously, it's all going on over there. And I don't really know where they go from here. But they've decided to bring back in Vios, right, I think. And, the guys over there. Because Vios... a couple years ago.
Yeah, because I'm sure the coaching staff was the issue.
Well, yeah, exactly. They're Daryl and Marky B.
I'm sure Daryl and Marky B.
This is in the French, but this is what the captions were. He says they stat pattern to get picked up next season. He said, do we start from scratch next year? We're more likely to restart totally from scratch. From staff to players. I mean, guys, we got time. We're going to have a lot of talks. But also, we've got to act accordingly to what other teams are going to do. I don't think we stick with the same roster next year. I ain't going to pretend. But don't be toxic towards the players. They still tried their hardest. Maybe they padded their stats towards the end because they want to be in the league next year and they know they won't play for our org next year. And I'm not saying that this is the right thing to do, but if I was in their shoes, maybe I'd have done the same thing. I don't know. So that's what he said. That's what he said, Don. That's what he said. It's pretty typical.
I mean, bro, I'm mind blown right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good owner right there.
That's my type of owner.
He should not be saying that. He should not say that publicly. He should never be caught saying this.
Well, it is in French, so I don't even know that's what he said.
I know, but it's just, this is really bad. This is really bad. I'm just being honest.
This is fire.
This is really bad to get caught saying. I mean, if this was fucking Hector or Hastro
you're
or
right,
goddamn whoever owns FaZe
right.
or goddamn Nade Shot, this is bad. I mean, people saying I tip the honesty. I get that he's being honest, but you gotta be honest with yourself privately. With the fans, the fact that you're publicly acknowledging you created a shit show. You're publicly acknowledging that you created a shit show and that your org and your franchise and your team and your spot is fucking horrendous. Like, you can acknowledge that to yourself so you can improve. Like, but you shouldn't acknowledge that to the, I don't know. I just feel like that's bad, bro. That's just me personally. I just feel like it's bad. Shout out Gotaga. Listen, if you want me to come through and help build you something, I got you, twin.
God.
But I'm just being honest. I feel like you shouldn't publicly. And if you do publicly say something, like I said, you don't know how you said this in French or whatever. We don't know his tone of voice. Yeah. I don't know his tone of voice. But like when Hex was like, damn, OpTic's getting shit on, he was turning into a joke kind of. He was like, yeah, man, y'all are the worst OpTic team ever. It was kind of like a joke. Maybe he's doing the same thing, so maybe it's not as bad. Like I said, I'm not listening to
also
this.
Like constructive criticism as well. Like if you're at Hex, one of the OG GOAT dads of saying like, yo, you guys are the worst OpTic team.
You guys are the worst OpTic roster, yeah.
Dashy's probably sounded like shit. Like,
damn.
Fuck, you guys had Methods, Crim, Octane, and Scump dropping top 24s, and we're the worst. Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's why I just feel like maybe he did it in the same way or manner. So then maybe I wouldn't view it as bad. But like I just feel like just hearing about it and not listening to it with no sound is like, bro, I feel like you low key should have kept this to yourself. Like, shout out Gotaga. I used to play against Gotaga. Shout out Gotaga. Motherfucker getting money. He got his little team. Listen, I can help you build your team, twin.
They got bread too. Because like, let's not forget they were trying to get Scrap and Hydra last year. They nearly got him.
I feel like, you know, I saw, you know, he was saying they want to restructure with staff and players top to bottom.
He did say that, yeah.
Now, I'm looking at 2 free agents here as we speak. I'm thinking Don as a player, me as a coach, run it.
Run it.
Gotaga, bang the line.
I'll promise you. And listen, Gotaga, if you want me to be a player coach, for sure, I'll sub in a couple times.
Yeah.
We're going to do better than what you had this year.
Oh, 100%. We'll guarantee a goddamn 20-point boost. Minimum. That's 2 series. 20-point boost. We guarantee. Guarantee 20-point boost.
We're winning a match on land too, just based on pure fucking
guarantee.
Pure brain pattern, pure slowness.
Yeah, pure
guarantee.
slowness.
If I got to put a helmet on and make myself slow as shit, I'm finna win that motherfucking series. I promise you. Slow as hell, twin. I got you, Gotaga. I'm just saying. I personally feel like he shouldn't have said this publicly. That's it. I feel like that. But
I'm glad he did, because now I'm gonna DM him.
Hell yeah! I'll orchestrate the content. Gotaga got another little bag.
See, listen, I feel like we would make a great team doing something together. Not just podcasts, but I feel like, you know, there's a lot of knowledge in this call right now.
Is there too much knowledge?
Hell
I can get slow. I can start slurring my motherfucking words. Y'all need
listen. The only person that's like really smart in this call is Rab. Like, you know, we just try and sound smart, but me and you, dumb, we dumb as hell. All right, respectfully. All right. Now on the topic of dumb as hell, this roster change, blow it up.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is my point, right? So they got rid of Fellow. And they brought in.
Let's talk about that rocket round. Restricted free agent until after EWC, by the way.
Yeah, as if someone's gonna go pick him up. Like, respectfully, he's not getting bought
Everyone
out
saw
in the
that
next
tweet
2
and said,
weeks,
fuck, we can't get Fellow.
Can't get him on a free right now. No.
Oh, I gotta pay for him.
What? Nah, like, I'm just confused, bro, because they bring back Vios and the guys that built the show over there before. And to be fair, but what confuses me is that it ain't LAG anymore. Like, if it was LAG calling the shots and they're like, all right, we'll bring Vios back in. He built this team of like Diamond Con, Fame, Estriel, and then they brought in Flames and they made it to top 3 at the final major of the previous year. And it's like, damn, they actually kind of did pretty good given the budget. But I thought Gotaga would have a different vision. I thought he'd be like, why are we bringing back Vios and Diamond Con? Like, is that, like, okay, great. They did a good job last year, but I thought Gentlemates had some ambition, you know? Like, I thought we were trying to go to the moon. So this just, the whole shit confuses me. Like, what are we doing here? I thought Gotaga was going to run the shit.
This is my thing, though. No team was ever going to make, like, a change like this. Like, they're not buying out players. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing this. Like, there's probably ambition just in the off season.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm like, this seems such a weird change to me.
Well, this wasn't ambitious at all.
Yeah, here's the fellow restricted free agent tweet, my goat.
What's the difference? What's the opposite of ambitious?
Complacent?
Content? I don't know.
No? Maybe? Yeah, maybe complacent.
Stupid. There you go.
Stupid.
That's what
Okay.
It's a good start.
This was my thing though. Like, shout out Vio's. Like, obviously he's done great work. You know, this is no disrespect to him.
Nah, I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but like.
But listen, I promise you, Daryl and Marky B,
they're not the problem.
they're the problem.
D-Real and Marky B are not the problem. For sure. That's guaranteed not the problem. Guaranteed not the problem.
Obviously, they want to make a change, you know, all that shit, cool, you know, do we need to do, yeah, bless, whatever like that, but end of the day, your team was the main issue. You've changed one player on that team, and you've gone on stream and said, I think everyone just kill her and get a spot next year. You're fucked. You're fucked, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll see you in top 16.
You've just called out the 3 remaining players, yeah, saying that they're all kill whoring for a spot next year and gone, well, they ain't playing for us anyway, so like, you know.
That is the most outrageous bit, right?
What the fuck?
Saying that they're playing for kills, but like, that is the most outrageous bit, yeah.
You motherfuckers on this team still?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, feel free to kill whore and like play for the spot next year.
He tweaked, chat. Let's be realistic. He tweaked.
It's actually more hilarious than I thought it was. Because yeah, he's like, they still tried their hardest.
It's not like
maybe they played their stats.
It's not the off season. Yeah. It ain't the off season.
And they know that they won't play for our org next year. This is brilliant.
It's like talking shit about your girl before you've dumped her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still locked in. Y'all
still locked in.
Like, you know, there's different. Like, he ain't got rid of him and gone, damn.
What
like,
the fuck? He
ain't got rid. He ain't got rid of him and gone, damn. Kismet was kill whoring this year, and then Kiz is like,
yeah.
Like Kiz can't say anything about it because he's on the squad. Like, he's probably sat like, yeah, guitar. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I'm trying to play objective, but people keep running in front of me, and it's like taking my different route, so it makes it look like I'm kill whoring and shit. And then when he's off the team, he's going, fuck yeah, I was kill whoring. I'm trying to get a spot next year. Fuck this org.
It's cooked. So,
all right, who on Breaking Point just said the Go Taliban is blowing it up? Who said that?
Oh no.
Who said that?
We're still, bro. They get it. they hate us out here.
Who said that?
They hate us out. I couldn't possibly guess who tweeted that. Could not possibly guess.
But yeah, respectfully, get them and blow it up and get it fucking gone because that's not a like. I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, honestly, like, respect fellow. He deserved better than this. Hope he's getting his 5K guaranteed. So. Diamond Con, I mean, like, what a team, right? Diamond Con,
his own buyout.
Yeah. Diamond Con, Luna's Kismet, Johnny, like, that is, you know, definitely one of the teams of all time. That's one of the things that, like, we're gonna have it on the COD player guesser or whatever, like the COD guesser thing on the website in a few years. And I'm gonna like, wait, Diamond Con played with who? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing here.
Right.
It might even make them better, but like I just respect it so little that they're going and blurred up.
I'm seeing a goated team on the next one though. Get them in Merc tier.
You like that from the Ravens?
Yeah,
think they're going up? Okay, let's go.
Well, let's give me the spiel.
Let's give me the spiel.
This is my only issue with the Ravens. Okay,
we're gonna have insanely.
They've gone a bit full European. They've gone full. Well, no, I'm not. I've just got some shit to say. They've gone full European. All right, so they need like they need something here. All right, you think Brian Saint's hopping on the mic and giving them gas going, howdy y'all? No, they need pure British. They need me there on the fucking headset.
You're right about that.
You know,
that
Brian
actually
Saint
would give
ain't
them a
from
buff, I think.
Brian Saint ain't on road. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't like that. You know, he's pulling up like an American.
Because he's American.
You can't make this change about another European, lads. Come on now, let's be fucking fair here. I know I've talked my shit about you guys in the past, but bring me back. Bring me back, like,
bro.
It only makes sense.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm with that, bro. Pick up Trey, but regardless, though, on a serious note, this team is cooked, baby. These guys are cooked. I fuck with Afro. Who was on the team? Afro, Cobra.
And Cobra. They've definitely got better,
And
though.
who's the other dude?
They got Slasher
definitely
still.
got better.
F dot.
No,
Afro,
Afro,
Cobra, and
Cobra,
F dot.
Slasher, and who?
F dot,
F
bro.
dot.
F dot, my
F
God.
dot. All right, listen, bro.
Number 8
These
challenger
motherfuckers
player
are
of the
cooked.
year.
Bro, I know for a fact Slasher is literally going to sleep depressed. He going to sleep in his.
Bro, I need
what's
Slasher
that
to
little
lock in. I
meme
might
with
message him.
Wolverine? What's that meme with Wolverine in the bed looking at the goddamn thing?
Looking at Kenny's, looking at Octane.
He looking at the goddamn thing, seeing Simp, Abeezy, Kenny, goddamn
John.
Celium, boom, 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 and he got F dot. He like F dot. What the? I know for a fact he don't know F dot name. What is F dot's name? He finna go into practice and be like, "Yo, F dot, I'm Austin. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" You don't know who the fuck that is. Who the fuck is F dot?
To be fair, I ain't gonna lie.
I know his name.
You don't know F dot's name.
I don't know his name.
What the fuck is Afro's name? Marcus?
That's a fire ass
It's
name.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Mark. Okay, so he know Marcus. That's it. Who Cobra? He don't know these. He don't know them. He on
don't need to
Counter
know-
Strike every day. I look at my PC bottom right. Counter Strike. Slashers on Counter Strike too.
Oh, it's
He's not
good.
fucking with these niggas. He not fucking with them. This team is
but
cooked.
listen, hear me out though. They've got better.
No, they probably have got better because they had
you go.
Burger King. They had Burger King legend.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So they're gonna get. That's all we need. That's the tier list, baby.
No, they did get better because they got murked here. They got better because
Yeah, I bet it that.
they got better because they had Burger King
God.
superstar legend, twin. They
That's fine,
guaranteed to
that's
get better.
That's all we needed.
Damn,
All right, bro.
Felix McKee. It's not McGee.
Felix McKee.
It's McKee with a K
That's
rather than
actually a hard
McGee with a
name.
K.
I wasn't trying to roast F dot. I was just
That's
trying
a
to say
hard name.
that's a fire. Felix McCree.
Cobra's
That's a hard
name is
name.
wait. Cobra's name is Enzo.
That's hard
Fine,
too.
that's hard as that. Wait, this
These
is
niggas got
wait.
hard. These niggas got
We got
hard. These niggas got
Austin,
hard. I'm just
Marcus,
saying. These
Felix,
motherfuckers
and
got
Enzo.
fire-ass names.
Oh, that's
Austin,
both
Marcus,
here, right?
Felix, and Enzo.
No, that's a hard name. Those are
It's
hard
over
names.
the league.
They got fire names. I was saying it to say he don't know them. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Them
he's
actually
about
hard
to.
ass names though.
Yeah.
Enzo, right? Yo, Enzo to your left. Nigga, that's hard. That nigga hard. I ain't gonna lie. He hard.
Bro, Enzo's
That's
a
hard.
hard ass name.
That's a fire name. I wasn't trying to roast their names. I was saying like he don't know them. He don't
Nah,
know
you're
them.
right.
He's gonna feel
I need Slasher to
very
lock in a little
extremely
bit.
uncomfortable.
He is gonna feel a bit weird with these guys. It's not gonna be it's not the teammates a Slasher is used to having, but he's got to recognize that like if he's trying to stay around in the league, he's got to get used to this shit. And if he ain't used to it, then it's time to call it a day. It is what it is. Like that, that's my opinion. So I'm hoping that they lock in. Like he locks in. I'm buzzing to see Afro play because he's not got to play against pros all year. So this is a chance to see what he can do. And then we got Felix and Enzo, bro. Like that's a duo.
Nah, that's a hard name. Those are hard. Enzo and Felix, them hard ass names. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect. Y'all got aura, bro. That's a hard name. I wasn't trying to say y'all names is trash. I was trying to say Austin don't know y'all.
Yeah, that bit ain't wrong. Okay, we got 2 more teams because I agree they got better. We've got to put Toronto somewhere. They got rid of Beans.
Got better.
They're putting Abe on the sub next to Joe, and they're putting Kleenex on the flex.
I think they got better, but
It's
they didn't get that
definitely-
much better.
It's definitely a change.
Flex.
I don't like Kleenex on the flex, personally. Especially, mind you, okay, maybe in this game it works. But bro, if there's let's say Kleenex was the flex in a game. Let's say next year there's wall running, whatever, but the pace is like Modern Warfare 2. Bro, if Insight and Kleenex are an AR duo in a game that's paced like Modern Warfare 2, I think they would get fucking ate up. They would get pissed on. Like, this is Kleenex can run a flex in a game that's cracked out and you could just run around and fly around and da-da-da-da, whatever. So maybe for now, I can see Kleenex. Kleenex is one of the best SMG players in the league. I don't like taking a superstar. In my opinion, Kleenex is a star, all-star every year, bro. He is a great sub. Him and Joe was gross with Kleenex. They're not the problem. Why are we moving the best players on our team to a different role? The AR, mind you, the ARs are the easiest niggas to replace. They're the easiest to replace. If you threw me and Trey on there, we would get the same placing. We would get the same placing as they got at Champ. We would have got the same placing. The ARs are the easiest people to replace on a team. Why is my top 10 SMG in the universe switching to a flex? I don't like that. But at the same time, their AR duo was so horseshit. I do think they got better. I do think they got better because their AR duo was that fucking horseshit. But I still don't think Kleenex should run an AR. That doesn't make sense. He is fucking Kleenex. I would love, bro, if I had a Kleenex and Joe to see sub duo and I'm fucking AR, bro, I would literally get on every day and kill and just get free kills. It's the freest shit. Y'all could pick up anybody. Y'all can pick up anybody. They could literally pick up anybody. Now, I'm pretty sure they did try to get AR players first. I think the AR players that they wanted, they couldn't get. That's what I'm pretty sure about that. I heard a couple things.
Like buyouts, you think got in the way? Or?
Yeah, they're not trying to pay no money for motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they did try. So hopefully this is a temporary roster. Shout out to Abe. Abe gets to play with pros. Abe, do your best. I'm high on Abe too. I think Abe is good. I just don't think he's Kleenex right now. Abe is good. Abe, I think, could potentially join the league next year for sure and be on a roster. I just don't think. I think Kleenex and Joe need to run subs and they need to get ARs moving after this event. Try to get if this team gets top 4, top 6, that is a dub. Take that, drop your AR players, get Kenny, get fucking Sib, get fucking Kenny, Sib, what's the other ARs? Any ARs, bro. It's not hard to drop a 1. It's not that hard. It's not hard to drop a 1 with good players on your team. It's hard to drop a 1 when my fucking sub duo is OJ. No disrespect. It's hard to drop a 1. Yo, sub duo is goddamn Jimbo and O Johnny. That might be hard to drop a 1. Yo, sub duo is Kleenex and Joe. Nigga, get a kill. You know, fucking get a kill. Just get a kill. Anybody can do it. It's not that hard. That's how I feel about this team. I would put them in got better, but they didn't get that much better. They got like a goddamn. They got this much better from making the change. They got this much better. Motherfuckers is still finna be mid.
What do you guys think in the chat? I need ones in the chat if they got better, twos in the chat if they stayed the same. Or if you have another opinion, then let me know.
I just think they stay the same.
Because I think you can argue it a couple ways. I know that people are going to... Obviously, Insight's going to be a real player to watch this tournament. Because at the end of the day, Kleenex kept his boy on there. And... we'll see. We'll see. Feel a bit bad for Beans. But at least he's still going to play. We've got some 3s in the chat. We've got some 2s. Okay, 3. They got worse. Okay, we're gonna give it a 2. We're going to give it a 2. We're going to stick him in nothing changed. I think it's kind of what the chat's going for here.
That's fine with me because they about damn near the same. They damn near the same team.
I'm also excited to see how Abe plays though.
I'm excited to see how Abe plays. I feel like Abe is good. Abe is good. Okay, I'm not. This team could get. They could listen. Hopefully they prove us wrong. I just think Insight and Beans were a horrible AR duo. Beans was actually the better of the two, and he got dropped. Not to say that he was much better than Insight, because he was probably about a smidget better than Insight. But they were both awful. So I don't understand why they weren't both. This, like you said, C9 was a 2-man change. This was a 2-man change. If you're gonna drop beans, you drop insight, in my opinion. Especially going into next season. Now, if like I said,
they can only make a one-man move because of
things
rules
fell
and stuff.
through. They don't feel like spending money. Da. Okay, I understand if Kleenex is gonna go to the flex. I understand the thought process of keeping insight. Insight is the main. He's the super main AR. He not finna move. But that's the whole problem with the team. We want you to get an AR that moves sometimes. That's what we want you to do.
Thanks, MJ. I'm out for the $5. Yeah, you're right about that. Like about Kenny, how many wins he has in the CDL era. Obviously, he's done great. I think there's probably some other factors in play as well. But yeah, you're right. He's obviously won a lot, but mostly like a lot of it was pre-CDL too, which does make sense. So yeah, no, you're right. Like he isn't really in the convo with Shotzi and Simp. So appreciate the shout out on that one. Ultra, we're giving him nothing changed, and we've got one more team to rank here, and that team is everyone's favorite team. It's the Vegas Falcons. They're also doing something kind of interesting. They've also made one of their SMGs into a flex, and it's going to be FlexNid. We've got Arcity. I mean, to be fair, it's the same convo with all of these teams, isn't it, really? It's like, bruh, we've made a one-man move. Is it going to do shit? Maybe, maybe not. But obviously, after the World Cup, then they got to, like, properly do some shit. So, if you guys aren't familiar with this, they dropped Priester, and they brought in Tej, and they put an X into the flex.
I don't love it.
Falcons home soil. Look at him.
Love TJ Halley. That's my boy. Love Tej. I think Tej was underrated this year just because his team was fucking horseshit during that second half. But like, I don't think Xnid. I think Xnid. Listen, if you are a good SMG player or a great SMG player, you are the value. You are the prize. You shouldn't switch. SMGs that are good, Xnid is not a bad SMG. When we watch Xnid, do we think he's fucking incredible? No, but we think he has potential. Every time we watch him play, we're like, yo, this kid has potential. He can become incredible. Why the fuck are you, like, you shouldn't switch your game. Especially in a player that's developing. There are some players that are elite, like me, Trey. We switched to AR, we switched to stuff. That throws you off. That turns you into a different player. Damon switched us up. There's been plenty of people that switched us up. I'm not saying it's an impossible task. What I'm saying is that I don't care what anyone tells me. Having a good AR player nowadays, especially, that's the easiest spot to fill on a team, bro. That is not hard to do compared to being a dominant SMG player, bro. It's not. It's just not, bro. Like, I'm not saying X is dominant, but he's good. He has potential. He shouldn't switch. I love Tej on the team. I just don't think he should switch. If anything, I'm making the vet switch. Tej can run an AR. He's ran an AR before. Tej can run an AR on some maps and then pull out a sub some maps. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't believe in switching our best players. Pred and Xnid were the best players on Falcons. Why the fuck is Xnid I just don't believe in it. I just don't believe in it. That's it. They should have
just picked up a challenger player that's an AR player and just.
That's an AR, exact, and then kept Xnid on the same thing. Just keep Xnid on the same thing. Because mind you, Alec is like, I mean, he could be a main, I guess, but like he's a very selfless player. Like he worked. Think, mind you, his AR duo was Celium. When he played with Celium would be like not Killhorn, but like playing power spot. Like Alec will just, if Alec has to run through a doorway, he's just finna fly through the doorway. Like that team now, they don't have. Not saying, I mean, they didn't have a main AR before. Him and Priesta are both flying through doorways, but like that team would definitely benefit. Yeah, that team would benefit from having an insight. That'd be the one team where they would benefit from having it. They would benefit from having insight on their team. So I just don't understand like picking up Tej for that team, even though I'm high on Tej and I love Tej as a player. I just don't think the team. I don't think the team is that great. That's just me being honest. I don't. I don't. I'm the team GOAT.
Yeah, so one of the rumors about this, Trey, is that the reason why they're doing this is because, as we know, Falcons are trying to make moves in the off-season. So there was this post that came out and says, consider this a leak if you want. Let me make sure this is all on the screen. There's quite a clear reason as to why Exnid will be flexing for the Falcons. All signs point towards them looking at having Exnid stay on the flex and bring in a high-profile SMG duo alongside Pred. So the plans could change depending on things, but I think it's quite clear the Falcons would like to keep Exnid. They do like the Saudi thing. It's probably one of the only esports out there that they actually could field a Saudi player that has the potential to do something. I think Exnid is pretty talented. He's got the right attitude. I think that's what I like about him. Like, he seems like a player who's, you know, willing to learn and grow, and like he has the right pieces, I think, for success. Whether if I'm a top tier SMG player or even any player, I'm trying to come in and, you know, I'm probably going to think, yeah, you're going to pay me the bag, but like, is this team going to win? These type of questions. But this is the theory that maybe they're testing Exnid to say, okay, is it going to work with Exnid on the flex? And if it's not, then what do we do? Because I'm sure that in a couple of weeks' time, they're going to be having phone calls to some of the boys on FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Just depends on buyout. Like I said, Falcons have got money, but they obviously ain't just going to spend a shit ton of money for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Viper says here. I'll just say real quick. Thanks to the $5 super chat. Like, Falcons, people thought Falcons would copy out. They just grab superstars. If they'll trust, these would be gone. I think, like, yeah, as Breaking Point says in replies, that's a good observation, but equally in the other games, it depends on the game. But, like, in CS, they also kind of bode their time a little bit. Sometimes they just made poor decisions with the players they signed. But I don't think the Falcons were ever necessarily going to like land on the scene and immediately just whip out the checkbook and just make plays. Like, they were always going to, I think in most esports, they've gone a little bit step by step to be like, okay, let's bring in this piece. Maybe we get a bit better. Now we can think, you know, learn more, listen to the players.
Look at it this way. They started off the year with 4 Saudi Arabian players. Halfway through the year, they're like, shit, this ain't going to work. We ain't going to do shit. They change it. They keep one Saudi Arabian player, the best one they can get, apart from the other one. I can't remember his name. He's disappeared from my brain. You remember his name, though? What was it?
I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I remember his name.
To whom?
You were shooting, though.
Wixel?
No, the other one. The other one that went home.
Oh, Kicks.
Kicks? Kicks, yeah, Kicks was shooting.
Sorry,
Kicks
was
shooting.
Obviously, that was like the best player at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, he decided to fuck off. And then Exnid comes in. And I think Exnid's like more likable. I think he's actually like really good on the map and stuff like that. He just needs a little bit of guidance. So maybe him on a flex would actually be good, because Clay can help him out a lot more. But people talking about, like, you know, oh, they should just be going out and spending millions. Like, for starters, COD ain't like that. Like, listen, respectfully, Falcons, cool, they got bread, but I'm not paying 750k for Simp.
No.
Like, COD ain't in that realm right now. Like, it just isn't. You should not be spending any more than, you know, a certain amount on a player. Simp is Simp for sure, but if I'm Falcons, you know, just wait another year. You know, this is also like, Tej ain't gonna stay on the Falcons unless they win the event.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
that's the
this
thing,
is just
this
is just a quick change.
Payday for Tej, but I don't think he's gonna stay
literally
after this tourney. Yeah.
He's gonna make about 150 million bags and then just leave in the off season. Like, he can just retire. And that is blessed.
There's no way that, like, I refuse to believe Falcons are just dumb. Like, they're not just gonna offer him like insane bread to play one tournament.
No, for sure. No, for sure. But like, this is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, just because people have got money don't mean they're gonna spend it. Like,
yeah,
yeah, we know they can just print money. Like, that's what they are. But they ain't just gonna spend it. Like, they still gotta have some investment. Otherwise, don't you think they would have just bought the whole FaZe team or bought Scrap and Hydra just off the bat?
Yeah.
We can just do this because we can. Like, fuck you guys. No, it's literally gonna be. They're gonna wait until the market opens. They might pay a little, like 150, 200k for someone, but other than that, like, you ain't. you ain't gonna fucking see this team have Simp, Simp, Hydra, Scrap, and Celium next year. Like, you just ain't. Like, and I don't think you'll ever see that, like, respectively.
Yeah, and that's probably a good thing for the league as well. So, yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. But I think overall, optimistic about the future where Falcons are going. But I think for this specific tournament, I think in hindsight, Teach tweeted this out on Champs Day. I think he was talking about Shotzi roasting him for the houses that he owned and all this. But in hindsight, it's kind of funny looking back on, because it's like, damn, Teach got the Falcons bag, and now he's locking it. Now he's got the generational wealth. So
I saw someone basically saying on Twitter, like, oh, I thought Falcons had all this money. They're just as broke as the rest because they've picked up Teach. Like,
dog, they ain't broke.
Someone replied, I think it was Crone from CDL Inter, goes, have you seen Pred's contract? Like, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
I just think it's interesting for the future what they do here, because, yeah, probably Generosities, they probably got to realize it's going to be our last event with the Falcons. We'll see what we can do. We get the Prince treatment out there in Riyadh for the week of the tournament. Try and make the contacts you can with the new Saudi teams that are coming in next year, and then see what Falcons decide to do in the off-season. But I think they're going to stick with Exnid. Obviously, Pred ain't going anywhere, so they're thinking about who Pred's duo is going to be. They're going to try Exnid on the flex. I think it can be okay. Do they get better with Teach for Priester? I mean, let's think about how bad were they, because that's the...
Right, yes, they do get better.
They do get better, it's just not much.
Listen, if it's just based on the whole, like, you know, do they get better? Yes, they do. They do. Are they gonna fucking win the event? Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcons were 3-28 this year.
Damn.
It's worse than I thought.
Hey Don, you gotta think we're winning at least more than 3, right?
We getting about 6. About 6. We get about 6 no practice though.
Yeah.
Like drunk type shit. Like
so
we get about 6 right now.
9. Gentlemates had 9 last year. 9-28 they were.
Yeah, 6 right now. You said Gentlemates had what? 9?
They had 9. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we getting 6 no practice. 6 no practice easy. No practice shit. For sure.
If we just grind it every day. But
if we grind it every day, we might fuck around we beating Gentlemates for sure. We getting like 11.
Cloud9 got 12 for reference.
Alright, we grind every day, we getting 13. For sure.
Wonder what the format's going to be like next year too. All right, let me put them down in the got better tier. So I think, like, to be fair, Gentlemates, they probably don't deserve to be down and blurred up if you're doing it objectively. But I think just from a subjective perspective on that org, we've got to put them in blurred up tier.
You mean? No, they do.
I mean, no, they do have to blur it up. They do have to blur it up. Nothing changed for Ravens, which, look, I think all of these changes, we pretty much looked at and said either they stay the same or they get a little bit better. But I think basically all of these teams could probably have done with a 2-man move, which I think is a nice place to be in, because what it means more than likely is after Champs, that's exactly after the World Cup, it means exactly what we're going to get.
Everyone's... Listen. These roster changes. The only one I'm happy for is my boys on the Ravens. Do I think they got, like, you know, hopefully they will fry and play well so they can get spots next year. But this might have potentially been the worst Rostermania of all time.
Yeah. It didn't really change anything. Like, it didn't change. I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't change anything. Honestly, I don't see these guys' placings changing drastically. For the worse or for the better. I just don't see it changing.
All these changes were made because they were just like, fuck it. Like, we should, like, we're asked. We need to make a change.
Yeah.
That was it.
That is what they were thinking, I reckon, yeah. I don't know if it's going to elevate these teams to a crazy level. I don't know. Maybe they can do something. I'll have a quick look at the groups again here as well, what we think the groups are going to be. So Ravens, look, it could work out for them. The Afro team, they're in with Kenny. So It's OpTic, potentially anyway. We don't know the groups for sure yet, but like, let's just take these. If these are the groups, we've got OpTic, Ravens, Rocker, and Team Orchid. So it's actually a pretty fascinating group. You got the world champions, you got Slasher, Felix, Enzo, and Marcus. You got the Rocker team. They decided not to make a change. There were some rumors that Rocker were going to do something. Wait, what was good?
Donnie and Trey ain't working together. Don is too smart. Trey got the right amount of sped though.
Breaking Point said, if I'm the GM, what am I doing? I got Don and Trey. I'm looking for 2.
Yeah, who you picking up? Because remember, me and Don are versatile.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It gives me a lot of options.
Me and Don might just fuck around and go, whoever you pick. Like, if you pick up 2 subs, me and Don just might go, you guys are ass, we're subbing, you're AR.
Yeah. Well, that's the benefit in signing 2 generational talents. Because, like, there's plenty of options on the table there. I don't know. What am I doing? In BO7, what am I doing? I'm having...
Nah, you got to think of this uplink too, you know. David the Trayer is on the way back, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question though. I mean, I'm putting Don on just the Slayer AR role. He's going on the flex. Just get the kills. Trey, I think I'm gonna honestly decide what you do later on. Like, cause I could easily put you on the main, but I did like Sorg Trey in BO4. I did enjoy him.
Listen, he's got the right amount of spots and the right amount of dumb.
Exactly. So I'm thinking like, I'm actually putting Trey on like second sub on this team.
Hey, I might fuck up spawns, but I'm getting 4.
Yeah.
We got
4. Fuck the spawns. Fuck the spawns.
I'm gonna make it harder for the next push, but like, yo, hey, my card going up.
Yeah, fuck them spawns, baby.
I'm asking Don, all right, who do you want as your AR duo? Who can I go and poach?
Who's the sub? Trey and who?
I mean, like, Shotzi. I'll go get him.
Trey and Shotzi?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a vibey squad.
Give me goddamn motherfucking goddamn. Am I super kill horn? If I'm super supreme kill horn,
yeah, you're
give
super
me Lamar.
kill horn.
Give me Lamar. Give me Lamar.
I might
Give me
have to veto
Lamar or
that.
Sam. No bullshit.
I'm bringing Sam back. I'm bringing Sam
I'm
back.
16 seconds a map. I'm in that motherfucking never touching it.
Well, Trey, you're gonna have to be moving.
I'm never touching the hill. Trey, you're gonna have to touch that motherfucker. I'm never touching the hill with Lamar.
Hey, people used to mock it back in the day, but when I was grappling with that fucking sword, man, I was on one.
Yeah, no, you were nice. That's what I want that version of Trey back. I don't want you guys to just my AR duo. I need the versatility.
It's not even a versatility, bro. You just need a bit of fucking personality around the map. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no personality to me on the AI. You know, it's all fun and games until Trey shooting on you with a sub.
3 sensitivity.
Hey, don't get it twisted. I had Kyler in the back pocket on Black Ops 4 with this sword, bro. Don't worry about it. Double stock laydown. Hell yeah. Grapple out of that bitch like I'm Batman. I'm out there.
All right. Well, if any Saudi team out there wants to come in and you've got money, Lamar's my main AR. He's going to bring, like, that's good. That's good for the program as well, Don. That's good for the program. Because they're going to like that. You know what I'm saying? Lamar, the main man. Lamar, Don, Trey, and then, like, we just get Shotzi, bro. We just get
it. We need one. If we have one supreme crackhead like Shotzi and he's special ed, we might fuck around win chance. We might fuck around win chance. What I think. No bullshit.
Nah, I agree.
See, the big issue is though, you know, 3 are easy to get. You know, me, Don, and Lamar, like we on a free.
Getting the super sub, that's the challenge right there.
Like respectfully, like because I'm on a free too.
Listen,
because I'm on a free too. I want a sign-on bonus.
Oh, okay.
Damn,
I see that.
Sign-on bonus.
But you're telling Don live on stream. There's no way. You know, this is meant to keep that under wraps so that he doesn't ask on too.
Don. That's how it works. We're on the free.
Yeah, a little signing bonus. It's good strategy out of Trey.
Our signing bonus is Shotzi, motherfucker. That's our signing bonus.
We're not getting any salary either because that's going to cost a lot too.
Paris like a little signing bonus.
I was hoping for a little like. I was hoping for like little 20 racker, you know.
Little 20 racker. We get the 20 ball, bro. That's goddamn food money. Yeah, we get the 20 baller.
Motherfucker, I got bought out for like 200 back in the day. I need that 20 racks.
we get the 20 ball, bro.
All right, 20 rack signing, bro. What sort of signing bonuses shots are gonna be wanting?
0 craze, Donan and Courage. Respectfully, and Courage is going to lose one map and go, damn, they didn't even pick up Merc. I'm out this bitch.
You know, he tweeted, didn't he? He was like, Merc won champs, now I'm coming back, and then he deleted it.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
This
I
guy
clicked on his
has
profile to see if
no
he
goal.
still followed me.
Don,
What?
we need to pick up him. He's slow.
Oh yeah, he is slow. See, that's the thing though. He might be the bad slow. Because here's the thing: the bad slow
now
is
we
the
got new
motherfuckers that try
dimensions.
to be smart, but they fail. You know what I'm talking about? Like they try to be like a smart person, but that's him. See, the slow that I like, the slow that's the COD champ winners, they just being slow because that's their nature. That's Damon and Shotzzy's nature. They special. They just special nature. That's their nature. And Courage, he trying to be one of us. He trying to be normal, common sense human, but he got it.
All right, I'm gonna have to keep this in mind when I'm building the team.
Hey,
I
just
thought
know
you
you
were
got put-
unfollowing me because I swear I'd be roasting him on this show, but
I mean,
Not
listen,
yet.
I've already said
no
it.
hard feelings. No hard feelings to nobody out there, man. Nobody.
If you unfollow us for anything about the show, you're soft. Like, I think you're soft. Plus, you can come talk to me about it in person. Like, ain't not like I fuck with you.
yeah,
I
for
fuck
sure.
with everyone.
Hell yeah, come
For
on the show.
Like, like, listen, I fuck with everyone in the league. You know, I even said like Draws don't like us. I fuck with Draws. You know, I fuck with Draws. I fuck with everyone in the league. Nothing I say is like personal attack.
Yeah, right.
You listen. There was many a times everyone thought I was shit. That's cool.
Yeah, we're
Right.
just having fun.
Yeah. If I think you're shit, I'm an MVP. You remember that?
Damn right.
That's hard. I wish I ain't gonna lie. I wish I was an MVP. I always wanted that motherfucker. That's hard.
I still got the trophy over there. It looks like I won the
Oh, yeah.
fucking Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's so
I
big.
wish I had that motherfucker, man. That's hard.
Is
I
the
ain't gonna
trophy
lie, that's
like
super
heavy?
hard.
Like, did it cost some good money to put together? Or is it like
I
like
don't know.
10?
Shall I go get shot?
Yeah, come on,
Let's go
come
and have
on,
a
show it
look.
to us, bro.
Yeah, I want to know how heavy it is, trainer. Like,
It's
see that
like,
motherfucker.
just to
dusty,
see.
you know. I don't
Yeah.
dust it, but
Nah,
Let me see that
absolutely.
motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah. We got the MVP Trey coming in. This is what he brings over when I'm doing a conversation. All right, Trey, what's your signing bonus gonna be? Are we talking 50, maybe 25? He brings out the MVP trophy. Look at this guy. Here it is. I'm going full screen for this one.
I mean, listen. You know what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying?
hard.
Like,
I
Hang
ain't
on.
gonna lie,
Here
that's
we go.
hard, bro. God damn.
Damn. That's actually
I'm jealous, bro.
that's
That's
a juicy ass trophy.
and listen, these motherfuckers want to sit here and downplay me. Hold yours up, huh?
Yeah, where is it?
I don't got nothing, twin. I got some potato chip.
You know.
I
I mean, I'll sit here and hold it. Like, it ain't. That's it.
Yeah, it's ain't like-
nothing, bro.
Hey, I had to pay an extra £100 to get this back to the UK. My suitcase was heavy, too heavy. But it's all good because I won 50 that weekend.
Damn.
2 days, 50. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's hard, bro. Motherfuckers can't hate on that, bro.
listen, we'll sit here with it. It's all good. Listen, we'll let people know today. Yeah.
Viper says, how much dust has that thing collected?
Don't worry about it.
It's been around there like 8 years.
What can anyone do about it? Though? Like, hey, this shit an armrest.
All right, Don, what do you think about this? Mark says for the 5 super chat, Don has a point. Sib is a good example. He's dumb, but he wants to sound smart.
Shout out Sid, bro. Sid, I see what you're saying, bro. Listen. You put me in a tough spot because I fuck with Sid. But I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Sid. I don't want to say nothing about Sid, but yeah, he could help himself out if he just shut the fuck up sometimes. Same thing with me. Sometimes shutting the fuck up, that's your best choice. Sometimes you just need to shut the hell up. And, you know what I'm saying? That's the Sid part. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to say too much more than that. But that's real though. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up sometimes. You know, he just need to shut the fuck up. Like the clip of him roasting Cap Spart. He roasted Cap Spart and then he teamed with Spart. And he roasted Hook and then Hook won champs.
And then he doubled down on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. But at the end of the day, I fuck with Dante. Dante has the potential to lock it in and be a great player. I want him to reach that potential, and I fuck with him because he reminds me of me.
I hear that.
But one thing that I wish I would have did in my career a little bit more that he need to do, guess what? Shut the fuck up. Make me shut the fuck up. That's what he need to do.
Hey, I was quiet. I was quiet.
Quiet assassin.
I was a quiet man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you get some silverware, and then you start getting a little bit egotistical. Not me though. Humble.
Nah, absolutely not.
Humble.
Sarge says Trey with that snipe on the boat map was goated that one season for real. Damn, I remember the day.
Texas.
Yeah. USS Texas, baby.
Yeah, listen. There should have been a few more of these. Slasher had my number that year for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on that one. It's all good. Couple of things I wanted to mention before we close out the show. One quick thing is right about here. So if you guys are aware of the COD Muse accounts that we have running during the regular season, tweeting out all sorts of stuff, basically with respect to the various teams. So if you're a big fan of COD, but also of a specific team especially, then we're looking for guys like you and I to run these accounts. So if you're interested in running, because we've got guys for the FaZe COD Muse and all the other teams, but we need new fellas to help run these orgs. So we need one for Boston, we need one for Cloud9, for Carolina. So it's all the top tier orgs, obviously. No, respectfully.
Wait, what the fuck?
General
Wait,
Bates,
so hold on.
Ultra KOI, and then Heretics. You want to do this,
These
Dom?
accounts was these accounts was made by Breaking Point.
Nah, I mean, like, I think it came around kind of organically originally, but then, like, yeah, we decided to make accounts for all of them. Yeah.
So who ran that?
But it's fan run, but like we helped them out with like some graphics and stuff, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's all like organic. It's not like our account exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just looking for people to, like, basically, if you guys want to run a Twitter account about your favorite team, then get in touch, hit the DMs. You know how it is. And just a final thing, I thought this is a cool tweet from Jake Kell the other day. So I wanted to see what the chat has to say about this and see what you guys think. Name a former COD pro that most people here almost definitely forgot about. So Jake Kell says, Sonny B, Fnatic legend. For some reason, I still remember Sonny B's bloody full name. Gerdip Baines was Sonny B. Gerdip Gang, they used to say. Because he had some good fans, Sonny B. But they was on that legendary Fnatic team that you love, Trey. What a great team. Scraps, Waskin,
I've got a few.
Tommy, and Sonny
I've got
B.
a few.
Hell yeah, you can roll them off.
LXT, absolute fucking legend.
That's
Shooter.
what I said.
Listen, if he didn't fuck up his life, he would be a generational pro, still to this day. Facts. Listen, Joseph Gizmo. People still forget about him from Vanguard. Absolute shooter.
He was a shooter, for sure.
He didn't have it. Listen, he wasn't the greatest on LAN because like he had some shit going on. But online and like when you chilled with him, one of my favorite teammates. And then Champs, absolute specialist. Then we got some we got some old Gunshi.
Yeah, Gunshi. Gunshi came back. Remember, he came back real quick for World War II. He tried to make the comeback.
Yeah, until he fucking ran into me.
Exactly. It happens.
Then we got we still got people that like should be getting spoken about, like fucking I literally had his name in my brain just then. DeQueve, legend.
Yeah.
David Q.
Yeah.
Legend.
David Q. Oh my god.
Ben Desire, absolute personality.
Yeah. Are you teaming with that? I mean, he was top 4 at Champs Black Ops 3.
You guys,
Dave Desire,
you guys
Hawkeye,
don't even
Vortex.
know. We ain't even talking about a player here. We're talking about a coach that none of you guys really know, but Dinge.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know Dinge.
Who the fuck is that? Who is that? I seen him in person before. Who is this?
Oh, this guy. This is Josh. This is Josh Watson.
What?
This is
Oh
Watson.
yeah, that's my boy. I fuck with him. He hard. I fuck with him. I'm like, I seen this motherfucker before.
Watson
Who
was
is
a
this?
character, bro. Like before
Yeah,
I was
fuck with
doing
him.
content and stuff, like he was getting into all sorts of there was all sorts of drama with him. There was some famous drama with him and there was this
Somebody,
French commentator. I forget the guy's name now, but he called out Watson and basically said that you talk too much on socials, all this shit. It was a great beef back in the day. I will remember this French commentator's name in a second. I'm gonna go find him.
You want me to name mine while you find it or no?
Hell yeah.
LXT for sure. LXT, cause listen, obviously as time went on, the European COD scene has gained way more respect from Americans. But at the time where I seen this shit, the Europeans were fucking terrible. That's how we viewed them. We viewed the Europeans as terrible. I couldn't go to Europe. I was 15 years old. My teammates went with Slack. It was Slasher, Replays. Those are my two teammates. And then it was Slacked and Classic, my former two teammates. They went to Europe. So I'm waking up. I'm watching them play. I'm in Discord or Skype or whatever the fuck we're in with people. Bro, LXT is pissing on my teammates. I'm talking about 45 and 19. It was the most insane series I ever seen, especially because it's we don't know who LXT is. We've never heard of him. We've never seen this guy. The Europeans we heard of was Jerd and Mad Cat. That was it. Jerd and Mad Cat and everyone else was just, that was it. So I'm watching LXT. I'm like, bro, he is going insane. Next thing you know, I hear stories about him. Apparently, he was doing coke and all type of shit before he played. I'm like, bro, he's snorting lines and dropping 50. I might need to try this shit. I never tried it, but I'm just saying the shit that he was doing was insane. I'm talking about this motherfucker looked like Prime Hydra. That series, he was literally unkillable. Legit unkillable. I was mind blown. I'm talking shit to my team. I'm like, damn, y'all need me that bad? Y'all getting cooked by European? I'm talking shit. I'm a LXT fan. I'm going crazy. And besides him, I would say Aqua. I team with him for 20 events. I feel like he is more talented and a better COD player than 80% of the players you see today. He is much better than them. I mean, obviously shit happens in real life. Financial thing happens, life happens. So you have to fade away from competing. But Aqua was an incredible player. He was an incredible talent and incredible player. He was great.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many good names on this list because there's some that are
a lot of people forget about Saints too.
I was just about to say Saints.
Oh yeah, Saints.
Because I think especially people who have come into the league in the last Saints was technically a CDL player, right? Because he was on LAG year 1, I think. But since then, anyone who's come into COD over the last 5 years, pros hold Saints in a very high regard as a player.
Hell yeah.
And for very good reason, to be fair. People go back and watch some, even Infinite Warfare LG and stuff like that. But even before that, he was still doing damage for years. He's a player that goes, streets won't forget player. No,
right.
So many other good names though. I saw when I was just scrolling through the replies, I saw a picture of where is it again? So a picture of Jet Li. And that team from
Jet Li,
the Midnight Esports team, right?
That's my boy.
That's a crazy time. But those guys came along and then they just basically disappeared.
Yeah.
So fucking Parzelion, oh my god!
Yeah.
I remember watching Parzelion on Hacienda Hardpoint drop a gunship or something.
Yeah.
The guy was out of control at the start of that game and then just disappeared, never to be seen again. People are saying Nagafen, but I think Nagafen's still known and he was coaching. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. He's still around the scene.
Yeah, he wins. I mean, bro, Nagafen coached me in the league. Naga has been borderline a CDL coach, or he's either a borderline CDL coach or he wins championships and challengers. Like whenever he coaches Brack and them, they won. Like whatever event we were last at, I seen Trey at it at the after party, but I remember Nagafin won that tournament. It was when Standy won, Brack won. I forgot who else was on the team, but I know for a fact Standy, Brack, and Nagafin. Nagafin was the coach and he won. So Nagafin is still being impactful in a different way to this day, but he was definitely underrated. If him and Aqua were in the same team, like he was the role player to Aqua. So I give the credit to Aqua because Aqua was just successful with Nagafin. Without Nagafin, he was the slayer of the team. So that's why I normally just say Yuli, he was a great underrated player. Like he could be a pro if real life things and stuff didn't happen to him. He would be a great player. He was a great player.
Some good names coming in here, really, like Llama God. He was pretty good for some time.
Looney too.
League as well. Yeah, maybe people forget about Looney.
Looney was a great player. I'm not gonna lie. Like me and Looney have our differences. You know, we had some crazy moments teaming on Splice, some crazy toxic moments. But before Looney was a great player. Like he was Looney to me. Like how Purge, people have been talking about Purge. Looney was Purge, but he was better. He was better than Purge. Like he was the Purge. He was the role player. He was the selfless player. But he would consistently drop a 1. He wouldn't drop a 0.8, 0.9 and get shit on. He would consistently drop around a 1. And he was a selfless player, and he would win a lot of events. So Looney was also a very, 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 very great player. He was a great player. Like to Urban was good too.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Urban.
Urban, one of the greatest talents I've ever seen in COD, ever. I think he had Shotzi Simp level ability.
Damn.
That is a good guess. What was it, Dave Marsh?
Yeah.
Here he is. He looked a bit like you back in the day, Trey.
Bro, there's a picture of me. Yo, listen, there's a picture of me and we look alike. Let me try and find it real quick.
It's like this one ain't bad. This one ain't bad. But yeah, people, real ones remember it was the Vegas event at the start of Infinite Warfare when Urban had the fucking skinny bot Osa.
Wait, go to my like COD Esports fandom page. Go on my pictures. It's the one of me in the red reserve jersey. We literally look like identical.
All right,
what the fuck?
What?
Y'all look alike, bro. Y'all are twins. What the fuck?
Bro, it's the red zero CWO Las Vegas Open. Look at that one. Oh my god, it's insane.
Alright, hang on. Red zero CWO Las Vegas Open. Alright, I'll just bring this up on the screen. Hang on. So we got CWO Las Vegas. Oh yeah. Or maybe I'm not on the right one. Or maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one.
Yeah. Wait there, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, it's that one. Literally that one, yeah.
There is a lot of Urban in that, actually.
I know.
I do agree. Wow, what a picture.
I know.
People saying Dido, Swanee. I like the shout earlier, M. Ruiz. M. Ruiz was like actually low-key kind of good. That Enigma 6 team. He was just always there with, what was his name, Cade? Was it like Cade and Proto Ruiz in general? And then you had that team of... I was trying to think of that Black Ops 3 100T team. It was like Aches and Nelson. And then you had this guy, Johnny. Like there was Johnny before Johnny.
Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, there was Johnny Tsunami.
Yes, there was Johnny Tsunami.
There was that guy called Believe. He was just like on the Allegiance rosters with Machilla.
I ain't gonna lie, you naming some You naming some boo boo booty. You naming the plumbers. See the people you naming. You gotta keep that in the tuck, cause that's how they be. That's how they be down in my era. When you start naming them motherfuckers,
I like that.
you start naming them
like
boo boo booty motherfuckers. You finna put my era in the dirt. You naming some boo boo crimes.
But what was that guy in Infinite Warfare and he whiffed all the shots on Pristini from the back? What was that guy's name,
you
bro?
naming the boo boos.
Oh
Don't be naming
Who
the
was that?
booties.
Who was that?
His name was on the tip of my tongue.
Kate, bro. What the fuck?
He's bringing up forgotten players. There's a reason.
He naming up the boo boos. What the fuck?
I'll be more careful. I'm really bringing out the good players from now on.
There's a reason.
Good times.
There's a reason they're forgotten because they were, you know,
Juju the Don. That's it, Juju. Let's go.
I mean, listen, that motherfucker beat me. I can't even lie.
Right, Juju, Pemby,
Juju and Human Jesus.
Pemby, Profizi. Oh wow, what a team! What was that? What was the Panda Esports team? Fast Baller, Pemby, Profizi, and I forget the fourth one. They're deep in the archives, though. You ain't wrong.
Boo boo, team boo boo boys.
All right, let's just pretend the plummet era never happened. Only top quality players. Back when the boys were competing, absolutely.
I mean, listen, like, you know, they can get a shout, you know.
Yeah,
you were here.
Yeah, you were there for the ride, you know.
You were around, but like, you could have forgotten, you know.
All right, gentlemen, that was a good time. We're gonna go back to the big screen and we're gonna close it out there. We had a very entertaining show, I think. You'll all admit, if you enjoyed, hit a like on the video. We would appreciate it. Thanks for all the super chats live in here. Thanks to Trey's MVP winning performance back in 2017. So we still have this moment with us today. Thanks all for joining us.
8 years ago.
I don't want to say it, but it was, you know, it does feel kind of crazy, huh? It does feel kind of crazy that it was that long ago.
28. What's going on?
Right, like, what is this? Yeah, wild times. It's a pleasure. Thanks all for listening on Spotify as well, or watching on Spotify. You can actually watch the full video there as well if you guys want to do that nowadays. Don, you're on good form this show. I'm not gonna lie.
I told you, I was feeling rogue. I was feeling rogue before I pulled up, bro. I was feeling rogue. That's just what happened, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It was a great show. It was a great time.
Hell yeah. And Trey, the trophy got any words for us?
You couldn't touch me back in the day. You can't touch me now, respectfully. I did lose 2 wages today. I'm down $3. But
that's fine. We'll make it back.
Shout out to all the super chats. You know,
yeah.
I got more wages to play because of those. Thank you very much. Am I close this out or you close this out?
You're down to do if you want. You got the trophy in hand.
It has been a while since I've done it. It has been a while. The generational show has been back, Don. I appreciate the kind words saying you missed me at the start. It's fantastic. I do appreciate that because I miss being there too. We have a great time on the show. I feel like we got some great chemistry. It's like we're brothers.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everyone watching. We've had over 1,000 viewers pretty much the whole show. It's an absolute pleasure. Hope you guys have enjoyed Don's Rogue Takes, all these old stories coming up and just our opinions on the rosters. Shout out to Breaking Point, shout out to Prize Picks, sorry for sponsoring the show. Shout out Breaking Point for, you know, always having me and Don around. Rab, we appreciate you. It's an absolute pleasure. Another episode in the books. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, the goddamn YouTube, because we're trying to reach 100K. We reach 100K, there will be a naked calendar of all 3 of us, so prepare.
Hey, get in shape. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Feel like it then.
Absolutely. For myself, Don, and Rab, it's an absolute pleasure. We'll see you guys next time in the next episode of Dope Check. Peace.
Take care, gentlemen.